WIFTVPM.
From the bottom, but I'm leaving on top. Before I ever put the arm and hammer in the pot. Daddy went home, told mama she could leave me on the block. If a nigga need work done, ain't hard to find. If you pay the right price, I be Johnny on the spot. Paid the plug extras just to fit it with a dot. 50 in the drum, only need 3 shots. I be telling these niggas I'm surgical with it. Ain't trained to be asking, I'm trained to go get it. If it's sustained, then you know I'm gon' hit it. Take nobody with me, don't need co-defendants, no. There's no pills in my blood, just a steel and some gloves. And the steamer that's built and the bitch that's in love. Cause when I need an alibi, that's where I'm gon' be. West side of Chi, that's the home of 2-3. Used to breaking people cars parked at the UC. Fuck them, Chief said stick them, so we stuck them. I was leaning dick to these hoes, I don't love them. Waited long to get to these flows, I was stubborn. Got shit to say, gotta get it off my chest. Used to have to pack a piece to get a piece of mind. I ain't resting in peace now, so a nigga feel blessed.
A nigga from the bottom.
From the bottom, but I'm leaving on the top. Focused on the win, I ain't focused on the op. Made it out the streets, but it still fuck the cops.
A nigga from the bottom.
From the bottom, but I'm leaving on the top. Used to rise and shine, had to get my proper chop. Keeping one up in the pipe, cause the streets don't stop.
A nigga from
If you
the
start
bottom.
shit, nigga, I'ma finish. Knock a nigga foam off the top like Guinness. Sipping, used to be in Houston, steady tipping. Now I'm out in Cali where these niggas set tripping. I stay in my lane, the streets, man, they put me on game. How real you is, got shit to do with your chain and your watch. Real is what pump through your veins, what you doing when the streets don't watch. Life is a song, keep it moving cause the beat don't stop till they put me in a box. Trying to get a bag, and I'ma get to it with a mic or a mask. If you try to stop me, that's a fight for your ass. Used to put the work in the bags, they was busting. If a clucker wasn't smoking, they was dusting. Had them nodding off like they was sipping Robitussin. About bread, bullshit, ain't about nothing. Niggas still capping for the hoes trying to front. 5 in the cipher, only smoking 1 blunt. No gas in they whip, only 1 clip between them. Got 2 guns, but they don't even clean them. Staying in their mama crib, running where your mama live. If you want smoke, I can bring a whole pack. Pull off with your bitch, let her run through the click. Or put half on the Uber just to send the bitch back.
A nigga from the bottom.
From the bottom, but I'm leaving on the top. Focused on the win, I ain't focused on the op. Made it out the streets, but it still fuck the cops.
A nigga from the bottom.
From the bottom, but I'm leaving on the top. Used to rise and shine, had to get my proper chop. Keeping one up in the pipe, cause the streets don't stop.
A nigga from the
Carry
bottom.
100 homes, granny lived in the reds. 2029, first flow. Used to go to Suda where I did my first show. Then they did me dirty, so a nigga had to go. Transferred to Lundale, used to spell a word. Surrounded by them niggas in the hood with the birds. They was in flocks, dipping in and out of nigga blocks. Rip to the homie J-Rock. From the cradle to the grave, I be trying to get paid. Nigga, I'm a soldier, I ain't dying, no slave. I'm trying to be the ocean, I ain't riding no wave. Man with emotion, I ain't hiding no pain. Gotta make it home to my fam, I ain't dying for a chain. Keep it if you get it. Reaching, I'ma how your brain leaking through your fitted. Came with your life, nigga, bet you ain't about to leave with it. Dig it, niggas won't believe it till they feel it. Keep the iron on me, I conceal it. I ain't copping out, take the time to appeal it. If I was supposed to have it, I could deal it. Pancakes flying off the skillet. Pitching out a Chevy on Billis. Chi-town shit, cause the niggas that I got down with be on king shit, nigga, and our crowns don't tip. You won't catch me hanging around no simps.
A nigga from the bottom.
From the bottom, but I'm leaving on the top. Focused on the win, I ain't focused on the op. Made it out the streets, but it still fuck the cops.
A nigga from the bottom.
From the bottom, but I'm leaving on the top. Used to rise and shine, had to get my proper chop. Keeping one up in the pipe, cause the streets don't stop.
A nigga from the bottom.
Lord knows that I've been avoiding mirrors. Every time I'm in them, see the picture getting clearer. But I value life more, cause my death is getting nearer. When my mama tried to warn me, nigga wasn't trying to hear her. Pulling on my rag, telling me to lead the game. One shit up in the crib, so the streets is where I came. If I had a daddy, then some shit would probably change. But that wasn't what it was, so I kicked it in the Saints. Had a little squad, young niggas went hard. We believe what we was seeing, we ain't thinking about God. We was thinking about work, who we gon' stick first. Cause my mama ain't half for me to get it out of purse. Big Vic taught me how to hustle till it hurt. Big Maul told me Peter Paul said try 'em all. Lost my big brothers and I lost my first son. I ain't look up in the sky, put my back against the wall. If a nigga try me, he gon' feel it. I got a lot of pain, I've been trying to hold it in. I've been running from the pen, but it seemed like the only way for me to make it out is right about just how a nigga made it in. I had to be ruthless, couldn't have no remorse. I couldn't stay on that path, so I had to switch course. And the source was in me, cause it forced me to be everything I became in these streets. Lord knows I'm a product of the projects, and I took a lot, now I make deposits. Hella bones in my closet, I ain't here to bet my soul. If a nigga fuck with me, then I'ma put him in the hole. Lord knows I'm a product of the block, but the block don't define who I am. I'm a man, and if you ain't been where I've been and made it out, then I don't think that you could ever understand. Lord knows.
Happy Sunday, everybody. You know what time it is. It's time to get it cracking at the Kickoff Kickback.
Welcome.
Week 16 and a brand new year, man. Happy 2021 to everybody tuned in, but especially my brothers that's riding with me always. Herb Howard, Eugene, McIntosh.
What did now? Fin News.
I'm Terrence, Tomlin, man. How y'all feeling today, man? Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year to you too,
Yes,
King.
sir,
Happy
man.
New Year to you too, G, man. It's refreshing to say 2021, man. 2020 was what it was, and I'm not one of them people who thinks that something miraculously changes at midnight on December 31st, but it is good to be into a new season. So happy New Year to everybody. Hope your New Year celebration or whatever it looked like for you this year went
Whatever
well.
it looked like, right?
It was different for sure.
It was totally different, man. I spent it in the hundreds for the first time in a few years,
Okay.
and I'm still hearing. I can still
I'm gonna say,
hear
why would you do that?
He
It
ain't
wasn't
got no
nothing else to do. But nothing else to do. I can still hear the shots. I can still hear the shots ringing out in my head. So shout out to everybody that was busting theirs to bring in the new year.
Cats was cooling for a little while by my crib. Like over East, they was chilling, and then like 2 o'clock in the morning, they was like, "Oh, we forgot."
Exactly.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, how, like
It
y'all
was like a
tweaking, fam.
phase. It was definitely that phase. Where it was like, did these niggas forget? Like, was they sleeping at midnight?
12:01 around my crib, nigga. They was letting that itchy rotate. It sounded like it was right outside the crib. I'm
Yeah.
talking about AR-15s, AKs.
Go ahead.
Then you had the little Harlem Nights shit. Man, don't be shooting that little shit. You
What's
hear,
your Nella?
that pew
pow,
pew.
pow, right? You'll hear a couple of them, but yeah, they was for about an hour.
That's one of the funniest scenes in the history.
I had to
of
go
this.
I had to go downstairs, man. My girl like, don't sit in front of that window. I'm like,
you
man,
know,
I grew up
the
on
real
90th
rules.
and Cottage, man. Like,
Real rules. We gonna sit on the floor until this is over.
Yeah, they gonna stop playing.
my grandmother used to have us in the closet.
Oh,
Get
come on.
away from them windows,
Straight
Jack.
up.
Anytime my
no
parents had a
windows.
disagreement, it was because my mom didn't want to get on the floor when shots was ringing out. My brother, and my dad on the floor. My dad like, get on the floor, Ty. What the hell? She like,
I ain't getting on the floor.
no. So yeah, happy New Year to everybody, man. Definitely wishing you nothing but the best in this next rotation, man. This next 365, 362 at this point, man. But
Yeah, man.
It's the third already.
it's the third already, bro. The year is already flying by.
It's cracking, man.
I feel. Did anybody already give up on their weight loss?
Nah, I'm actually finna kick this joint off tomorrow,
Hey,
man.
man, you and Cuz been saying this for the last 3 months, man.
No, so we were just popping off about us having a bit of a competition to lose weight. That didn't really go well for me. Two was on this smoothie shit. I don't know what type of production that yielded for him, but we finna hop into this 30-day plant-based joint with Brother Sadiq.
Okay.
If you're not tuned in to Brother Sadiq, make sure you check him out. The Collective Conversation on the Green Side of Things, Tuesdays and Thursdays, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media at noon. But so he's, Brother Sadiq been plant-based for like, I don't know, 72 years or something like that. So he got a program, 30-day plant-based program. Me and Two said we're gonna do it with him. So that kicks off tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see how that goes, man.
That's interesting, man. The plant-based, I don't want to call it away because it's a real lifestyle. It's
Yeah,
for real.
yeah.
It's an actual adjustment. I did it for 1 year when I was in college.
Okay. In college you did it?
Yeah, I did it
Oh,
while
wow.
I was in college.
That's
And
like more impressive.
you know what? It was actually kind of easy because we was broke
Really
anyway.
broke as hell.
Yeah,
Give
I
me some
mean-
lettuce.
Exactly. Give me that
Two
salad.
heads of lettuce.
Right.
You know what? But I woke up one
Balling
day.
on these.
Yeah, I had a vegetarian sausage sandwich, bro. I'll never forget it. I took one bite out of it, and I was like, what the hell am I doing, bro?
This ain't that thing.
Give
right?
me some real sausage
What
right
was
now.
it? Was it?
It
like
was the
a beef-
Morning Star,
Like a tofu
like,
situation? or
yeah,
something?
like maple, like mush.
See, that's what you
sausage.
don't. See, that's what you don't eat. Don't do that tofu and what's that other shit? The other one.
The Impossible.
No, that's like fake meat. The tofu
I don't
and
know,
the
man. Don't
soy.
Give me that. Oh, yeah.
soy,
Leave
yeah.
that alone. If you want to eat that fake meat, that's on you.
Yeah.
I'll
The
never
imitation
understand.
of-
I just never
yeah.
understood why if you don't want to eat meat, don't eat meat, man. Don't eat that fake meat.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's-
I'm coming with the vegan
Almost hopped
chicken
out my
nachos.
body this morning. Said something crazy. If you're not rocking with it, don't rock with it, right? And I think that'd be my problem with it. How people be capping about it, like, oh no, it's just like a burger, it's just like chicken. Like, no, it's not.
not.
fam.
All
Like,
it takes is one bite to realize.
call it
it's
what
not
it is,
Exactly.
And if it tastes decent as that, fine, it tastes decent as that. But don't. Satisfaction is directly linked to expectation. Do not set my expectation this high, and then I'm gonna be disappointed. Like, so just call it what it is. It's cauliflower, it's whatever. First time I had that tofu, I was in college too. Actually, and I did on accident. I wasn't even trying. I just went in I went in the cafeteria, and they had like some rice and what looked like some chicken chunks. So I get a plate full of rice, throw the chicken chunks on there, and throw me some little teriyaki or something on the top. Think this finna go down. Get to my little plate. To my table. I eat it. I'm mushy as hell. It's like some type
chicken
of like
is this?
Jello thing. I'm like, what is
Yes.
this? So my homie, I'll never forget it. This dude named Big Diesel. This dude was humongous, and he had a voice that was crazy. Like he was like, "Fool, that's tofu." I was like, "What?" He was like, "That's tofu." I was like, "Oh, I don't know what tofu is." I'm pretty sure that was the first time I'd ever even heard of it in my life, and I was like, "Yeah, this is disgusting." Threw that whole plate away.
They gotta please the vegans too. It's like, what y'all doing with tofu in the college
man.
cafeteria?
Eat,
fam?
if you're gonna be vegan, eat vegetables.
Now, what I will say, Herb, is I definitely had some of the best food that I ever had in my life in that 1 year. You know what I
Okay.
mean? It was a pleasant surprise, bro. It's definitely a lot to the world of flavor. You know what I mean? I
big
learned a lot
facts.
about flavors, you know?
Right.
Big facts. I frequent a restaurant called Majani. They got a couple of locations, but one of them is over east on 72nd and Exchange, and it's a plant-based restaurant, and they serve, a whole bunch of different stuff that tastes good, right? So they got like taco salad, so they got, guy rolls and stuff like that. Again, that name thing is whatever, but the food itself is good, very flavorful, it's delicious. So I think I'm gonna be a frequent flyer at Majani this month.
Yes, sir.
Trying to get through this month and see how that go. But I genuinely enjoyed like the food. If it's prepared proper like any other food, I enjoy it. And what I like, it don't give you that heavy feeling. Like you get done eating, you don't be like.
But see, Herb, I think
that's what it's all about.
I think that's a problem that we have as a black community. Like, I wonder how many people have read "You eat to live, not live to eat." Y'all need to go touch down with the Honorable Elijah, man. Go get your knowledge up, man. And I feel like a lot of people eat to get full, and it's like, I mean, hopefully you get the lesson better late than never.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So some people are gonna catch on later than others, but it's like, yeah, you don't eat to get full. You don't want to eat your meal and be sitting there with the itis.
Right.
That's not good.
Nah.
Bro. Like, you want to eat so you can still function.
Just to
and
fuel
still-
yourself and
Yeah.
go.
Exactly.
If you eat in portions throughout the day, that's cool. I started to get up under the Brother Malcolm Act, man, and just eat once a day. I get my fruit. You see, I came in. I got
Yeah. I
I
saw
got
you
an
with the
apple in my
fruit,
pocket.
yeah.
I got 2 oranges. I ate
Yeah.
it, but
Fully loaded.
Yeah, but it's like if I'm gonna eat a meal, I'm gonna just go hard one time a day. And I'm
Yeah.
still not gonna eat an entire meal where after I get done, I just want to lay on the couch like
right,
that.
right.
So, yeah, man. Just like I say, if you want to do the vegan thing, that's fine. Like you said, flavors is all about the flavor. I've had dope veggie meals.
Yeah.
If I do like, just say out of a 7-day week, maybe I like to. Chicken is my thing. I do it maybe twice a week, but them other 5 days, I'm gonna rice it down, bean it
Yep.
down.
Yep.
I'm gonna
whole
have a
foods.
variation of things. Yeah, but we gotta. The older we get, you grow. The older you get, the
Yep.
more you grow, and the more you get in tune with yourself. And I think that's important too. Everybody ain't the same.
Truth.
So whatever works for you, you just gotta find that, and then you work with it. But yeah, man, I think that'll be a good start for you.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's a process. It's something I've done before. I fell off like a hype this year, like just bad. But
Starting with the injury.
yeah, starting with the Achilles and then
That'll do
the
it.
quarantine. It was just bad. I'm in the bed just eating trash food. But I had got to a space really prior to like up until last year, while we started out doing like meatless Mondays in my house, right? And we would just do meatless Mondays, and then ultimately it got to a space where it kind of flipped to where we started doing meat Mondays because we weren't eating meat on all the other days, right? So we went from just, one day where we didn't eat meat to then one day where we did eat meat. So I don't think it's gonna be that challenging for me. I've done it before, but again, that was under in a different environment. So we'll see how that goes.
Gino, you got any New Year's resolutions?
Oh, man.
When you look at it.
Just continue to be godly, man. I be feeling like the God when I wake up. So just continue to have that aura and continue to just do me and be a blessing to people that I can and show love, man. And that's all. I probably want to read more books.
I'm in the Is Wiz book club, man.
I am. I'm all with that.
Okay, bet.
I'm with that.
What's up first for the book club?
So the first thing we're reading is Miseducation of the Negro.
Oh, that's my favorite book.
Yeah, so we're gonna pop that one off, and I think the first meetup or whatever or discussion about it is gonna be. I think they set it for the third week in January, like third Thursday, something like that. It's run by people who just rock with the show.
Right.
The Is Wiz family is running it.
I was on the show that day when it was crazy.
Yeah.
The comments started going. It's crazy how intellect, but it takes a certain. We all need. That's what I'm saying. We all need that, man.
Yeah.
It was crazy how who started that?
It was the whole family. So it was like Adrian Anderson, Shannon Young, R.O. Double, Robin Patrice, and I think Reddy Rock and Nicole Rogers. They popped that thing off and they start picking the books. They set the club up. Me and Two I don't even have somebody was like, let me. I think Lil Ron was like, let me in the club.
I remember.
I'm not an administrator.
I'm not the gatekeeper of the club.
The Is Wiz fam is running that thing. So looking forward to that piece for sure.
I definitely got something to throw into the mix for sure.
Yeah.
I got a big old pile of books.
Yeah, Robin Patrice got the list going, so hit up Robin, tell her to add it to the list, and we'll definitely get through it this year.
Yeah, the Carter G. Woodson Miseducation of the Negro. That's
exactly.
it, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Hey, like you said, Gino, man, around this time, I'm always praying for the health of everybody around me, praying that my moves only become more godly. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody that's under the same act. We take a break real quick. We come back and talk week 16 or week 17.
A lot of things going on, man. I feel like I got a game today, man. I got a game today, man.
Playoff implications on the line today. Plus, we got our boy Joe Lewis, who's covered the Bears every single week for the Bigs Media.
Yeah.
Joining us on the other side of this break. Can't wait to dive into it, man. We'll be right back. You have to Kickoff Kickback.
Yep.
WIFTBPM.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545. What's up, good people?
Y'all go accept my request on the page so I can do the
Why would we do that? Why would we do that?
I'm trying to do the survey.
Why would we let you in? Why would we let you on the... You talking about the Is Wiz book club page? No, why would
we're going to let you in, Ron. You need to read. I'm with that. I'm definitely putting you on.
Somebody please let Ron in the Is Wiz. I thought it was a public page.
I don't know. I don't run it.
I don't know who runs it. You got to talk to Shannon and Robin and...
You say what? Y'all group private like it's something special or something.
First of all, it is something special.
Ass.
Okay?
There's something special. Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
And you gonna talk it again. Don't get no punishment again now.
Right. They already came in there like, look at her being nice to Ron today. It wasn't gonna last.
He always messes.
I think Adrian came in like, for now, like just for a little while.
Just for a little while.
Just for a little while. Just for a little while. Somebody let that man in the page. Somebody let that man in the page, Robin. Please let him in. I said what I said. Herb and 2, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Yo.
Boy, you niggas talk too much. Fuck that chitter chatter. If a nigga snake me, I'ma turn his ass to Casper. You been trapping all your life, still broke, you hustling backwards. If my bitch give you eye contact, then you can have her. Turn her to my old hoe, so I'll be looking past her. Don't mind bitch church like a pastor. You couldn't even imagine what it took to get it here. Ay, I just ran through 100,000 last year. Ay, keep that on the hush. Don't tell my baby mama's child support. They hunt me like I know what you did last summer. Ay, real niggas weird, think these niggas bitches color pink. They probably somewhere washing they pussy in the fucking sink. Let that sink in. I put that on the fan. If a nigga cross me, they won't cross nobody again. Ay, many men they hate me, but they bitches wanna date me. Ay, baby, I've been going crazy. I've been on one lately, smoking presidential Ronald Reagan. I don't do nothing basic. Ay, report live from the basement, ballin' like a pacer. Ay, I'm getting that fast money in the fast lane like a racer. Ay, got a Glock with a 50 clip, it erase all your data. Ay, headshot or leave a fuck nigga on the pavement. Ay, his mama better pray for him. They hope that ambulance save him. Ay, will he live or will he die? His lifeline on the maybe. Ay, that's what he get for fucking with me. This shit real, that's on baby. Ay, this shit get tragic. These niggas don't want no smoke. No, they don't want static. David Blaine shots from this clock. It work magic. If I let this bitch fly, you'll disappear. You vanish. Poof, be gone. Ay, poof, be gone. Ay, poof, be gone. Ay, if I let them shots fly, you will disappear like magic. Boy, them niggas fuck niggas. They don't want no static. Fucking with me round this bitch, this shit'll get tragic.
Fly with me, I'm riding. We try for that gold medallion. Pass the drip, I'm trying to die too far. That money poppin', she be silent. When she see how much the pockets crowded, we be filing through them blue notes. Who want product? He a client. He just posing with that pose, too dramatic. He want drama, we won't conversate about it. That Uzi clear the mileage. Let me keep it real, I ain't got no bodies. But for that fam, bitch, I'm catching charges. No need for them niggas to barging. I'm already in his closet. Post up on the mound, I'm a pirate, he a dodger. Fastball at his face, he a race, not playing tomorrow. The shooter and the driver, one man gang, I'm on the island. Try that with Honda, you gon' get more than a couple patches. Helltown bitch, we ratchet, get up with me for the bashes. Nigga, they couldn't imagine, through the mud, we too savage. Used to sleep out of roaches, live out of poachers, shit was tragic. Breaking down them bundles, moving thunder, terror, man, this shit get tragic. These niggas don't want no smoke, no they don't want static. David Blaine shots from this clock, it work magic. If I let this bitch fly, you'll disappear, you vanish. Poof, be gone, ay, poof, be gone, ay, poof, be gone, ay. If I let them shots fly, you will disappear like magic. Boy, them niggas fuck niggas, they don't want no static. Fucking with me round this bitch, this shit'll get tragic.
One thing that gets us laughing, like we've never seen it before, is Coming to America.
It's classic, man.
Greatest movie of all time.
No doubt about it.
Nothing like
man.
just running off random lines from that movie.
Who was y'all favorite barbershop dude, though? It was the white dude. The white dude.
Yeah, man. I think it's the white dude for me.
I think it's the main barber for me, Joe. The storytelling line, the super capping mug. Okay.
Hey, you know what? They all hilarious though, because the little dude who don't do much but laugh.
The one that's a real dude.
You playing?
Right.
Exactly.
He said, man, put some money in there, man.
Man, you lying, man. You ain't never been no Dr. Martin Luther King. Donation.
He said, don't worry, man. I thought
Don't be hitting me. I thought it was trash can.
Did y'all see the trailer for the second one yet?
I saw the trailer, man.
Does it look good?
I'm scared, bro. Anytime you start touching the classic, I get scared.
At least the barbershop parts look funny. They still look. They look a little older, which they should.
Exactly. They look like they about 115 now.
177 years old.
Exactly.
You know, Kunta.
Right.
Kunta.
He grabbed on the man. Hey, this is beautiful.
This is beautiful. Yo, how about before he walked in, he said,
Look late
who
for
the
the
hell is that?
Who the hell is that?
Look late for the Christmas pageant. They be cracking up.
King Jaffe was there. He was not on that.
He wasn't for it at all.
I'm looking for Hakeem, my son.
So
yeah.
You know, Kunta.
Kunta.
Yeah, he live upstairs. Hey, look, man. Hopefully that's good. I got some faith because what was Eddie Murphy's last movie? Dolomite Is My Name. That was pretty good.
It was though. Actually,
tip my cap on that one. So I got some hope for this one, even though it's like an Amazon exclusive, kind of you dig. But we'll see. It's a classic.
You're not the king.
You're not the.
I know that.
I know that.
When you think of garbage, think of Hakeem.
Hey, look, on that note, It's time to get down to business, y'all.
I'm
Week
sorry.
17 is upon us, and somehow, some way, the Bears have a meaningful game with playoff implications on the line in Chicago this afternoon.
Bear down.
In the second half of the day, I think they kick off at 3:25.
Yeah.
I remember like 4 weeks ago, I said the most meaningful Bears game would probably be in the next
39 weeks? Yeah, man.
Man, you know
they
what?
ended up with one more before that.
Come on.
I want to talk about who we have to thank for exactly what you just said. We thought the season was over. The last day of the season, they can find themselves into the playoffs.
DJ know who we got to thank. And, man, before y'all, Mitch said he wasn't going to be able to call in today, man. He was putting some extra work in
Okay,
at
cool.
the field
Focus.
today, so he wasn't going to be able to call in.
Focus.
That's good news, man. Somebody else that's focused, that's been focused all 17 weeks of the season, man. Our guy Joe Lewis, who covers the Bears for the Bigs Media and 79th and Hollis, joins us right now, man, before he heads off on the road to get to Soldier Field. How you doing today, Joe? Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year to y'all too, and I'm doing terrible because it's a Bears game for the playoffs. So
yes,
yeah,
and not to mention, it's a Green Bay Packers versus the Bears week. It's a cheesehead.
Yeah, man.
I saw a couple of cheeseheads on the way yesterday downtown.
They always like to pop up around this
It's
time.
like, but it ain't no fans at Soldier Field. What are y'all doing?
Let me tell you this though. The year that I went to the Eagles game when they beat the Bears in the offs and McNabb dunked on the goalpost.
I hate it.
When I turned around, because I had a McNabb jersey on and then I had one under.
Right.
So I was at halftime. I took one off and they was letting me have it. But look, I was sitting. So first of all, they didn't have no seats for us, so they let us sit in the end zone with like the National Guard.
Okay.
So we was sitting like right behind the end zone and like these seats that they made.
Yeah.
Well, when I turned around and looked up at all of them fans, it was like 17 cheeseheads.
just there.
Just there to hate.
Just there.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Man, one of my favorite rivalries. It hasn't really meant much overall, but it's still one of my favorite rivalries. I feel like anytime it means something, adds a little bit, more excitement to it. But before we get to the game today, Joe, what do you have to say about Mitch Trubisky and the offense and the last 4 weeks of their play that got them into the situation where they've earned an opportunity to play themselves into the playoffs?
Oh man, I give him a lot of credit. Of course, this is not me saying that. Yeah, we need to solidify him and give him another contract and make him our future QB permanently. But I will say his play has looked a lot more comfortable. He's able to make his first read, which was weirdly one of the hardest things for him to do. You know what I mean? Such as finding Allen Robinson after a post or a slant route, like immediately after a 3-step drop. That was like impossible for him at the beginning of the season. He would overthink it, he would pump fake, or he would get sacked. The fact that he's just letting it go immediately if it's there, I think that's one of the reasons that I think that's one of the reasons that the Bears are doing what they do now, because he is just doing the simple things. And I don't think, even as fans, did we ever really ask him to turn into Dan Marino? We said, no, please just make the read. This person was open. This person was open. So the fact that he is doing the simple things, literally just finding the open man as soon as he's there. His deep ball still, of course, has some work, but just the immediate reason. Then when it's time to run, he runs. The touchdown he had last week in the red zone, I was like, oh, thank God you didn't try to turn that into a pass. He simply ran it in. Those simple things, it kind of annoys you because you wonder if the Bears could have done that earlier in the season, where would they be now? Would this game even mean as much as it did? Or would the Bears say, well, the playoffs are already
locked up, right?
Clinched. So, you know what I mean? It does not matter. It doesn't have to be as stress-worthy as it is now. But I have to give him credit.
Well, but you talk about being Dan Marino. That ain't Mitch's fault. That's Matt Nagy thinking that he got Pat Mahomes behind center, man.
Right.
So, like you said, simplifying things, having Mitch hit his first read, not having to think too much. The same thing Herb always says. Make 3 or 4 plays that you need to make during the game. Let the defense hold you down when they need. Give David Montgomery the goddamn ball 30 times a game.
Jesus Christ.
And we win or lose, man.
Simplify.
Simple as that.
Simplify the game. The Bears have a very simple formula to victory, and it don't involve Mitch throwing that thing 50 times a game. It does not involve jet sweeps to Cole Kmet on the goal line.
For his first carry in the history of football.
It's unbelievable. It's first and goal. You run a jet sweep to your rookie tight end. Like, can we stop with the foolishness, please? Like, if the Bears can get out of their own way, they make those 4 plays they probably need to make on offense, they have a chance. But what you cannot do is make some of the mistakes that we've seen them be able to overcome in these past 3 or 4 weeks, whether you talk about Mitch Trubisky's interceptions in the red zone or interceptions backed up against our own goal line. We've been able to overcome those things over the past few weeks, but you will not be able to overcome those things against Aaron Rodgers. You make those kind of mistakes, you will lose today. You come down there get down to the red zone and you run jet sweeps to your tight end, you're going to lose. Yeah. Like, you can't do those types of things. You have to take advantage of every single opportunity that comes your way. You get in the red zone, you need 6, not 3. Like, you got to be able to take advantage of those plays when they come. If the defense get their hands on the ball, this ain't the game to drop picks. He's not throwing you 3 or 4 of those things. So if he throws you 1, you need to squeeze it. Like, and so if they make all those plays, they have a chance. Will they make all those plays? Let's just say go Rams.
I want to ask y'all something, and we can go around the horn with this. I want to dive a little bit more into the implications of this game because it's not just playoff hopes on the line.
Mm-hmm.
We may be talking about Mitch Trubisky and Matt Nagy's Bears career on the line today. Is that safe to say, Joe?
I think it's safe to say Mitch Trubisky's job is on the line. Matt Nagy, there was a report that came out today. I think it was Adam Schefter that said Matt Nagy's job appears to be safe, and I'm pretty sure it's primarily based. I know,
that, man. You knew that.
But I feel like when they were going through that 6-game losing streak, I said if this continues, I don't see how he's not at least on the hot seat. Right. But now the fact that they're sitting at 8-7 and they have a potential playoff berth, I was like, yeah, he's probably going to keep his job simply based on the fact that you went 12-4 your first year, 8-8 this year, and if you win, you go 9-7. Yeah, I'm like, there's no way he's going to lose his job like that. It would seem I wonder if that would be amongst the very few times that a
playoff coach has been fired.
Yeah, a playoff coach and a coach whose record was never losing would be fired. So. But Mr. Trubisky, Mr. Trubisky's playing for a contract, whether with the Bears or with another team.
Well, there are definitely teams out there that need quarterbacks, man. I think that just knowing the Bears and how their brass kind of operates, I think that everybody has secured their return for at least one more year, from Pace to Nagy to Trubisky. I think they've all secured another year, whether that looks like a franchise tag for True or it looks like an extension for Pace or Nagy or just letting them play out their contracts. I think that they've all earned isn't the right word because I'm not sure I agree with it, but I think they've all secured their space for next year just based off how the Bears organization tends to do things.
I'm not 100% sold on Pace, and maybe I feel that Nagy being safe is a good thing for Pace because it's like, okay, who brings in a GM and keeps the coach? That's just setting yourself up for a whole nother debacle that I don't think the Bears want to get into. I'm still looking at guys like Robert Quinn,
Jesus Christ. Who's that guy?
Exactly, and Leonard Floyd. I'm looking at the fact that Nick Foles was brought in, and I'm still looking at Pace like, hey, bro, if the Bears don't make the playoffs, you maybe have the biggest target on your back because if they don't make the playoffs after starting 5-1, doesn't somebody have to take the blame? Like, it doesn't have to be some type of repercussion?
I think that Matt Nagy has been, not Matt Nagy, Ryan Pace has been able to hang his hat on some of his mid-round decisions in terms of draft picks. He's been able to find some success with guys like Eddie Jackson. Obviously, he was a special case. He fell to you because he had a broken leg. But he's been able to find, the David Montgomerys and, just guys later in the draft that have been able to be productive for the Bears. And I think that bodes well for him in terms of, saying, hey, I missed on all of my first picks. Yeah, I drafted Trubisky. Yeah, I drafted, Kevin. Did he draft Kevin White? Yeah, he drafted Kevin White, right? Yeah, I drafted Kevin White. Yeah, I took Adam Shaheen out of Whitney Young High School. You know what I'm saying? Like this, it's crazy, but his middle round picks have kind of hit for him, and I think that that's a place where he can find some sense of pride with guys like Bilal Nichols and others.
Facts, and Bilal Nichols is definitely one of those guys who stepped up big time over the last month or so. But Gino, you've been Mitch Trubisky's advocate. Real talk, you've been the voice of reason when it comes to Mr. Trubisky this year. But overall,
that's your man.
What do you give? Like, what's the grade you give Mitch? And Joe, I want you to answer this too. Like, this is the last game of the year. What is the grade we give Mitch?
Well, Mitch started the season 3-0. What was Nick Foles' record?
3. Does that include that
yes,
Atlanta
it
game?
does, because he started.
That
so
Nick
3-0.
Foles went
whatever.
crazy in?
Yeah,
Okay.
3-0.
3-0.
Then what? Then how many did Nick?
That's cap.
What was Nick's record?
2 and.
Then you went like 2-5, something like that.
So what's the
2
Bears'
and
record?
6, right?
something
Yeah,
like that.
2 and 6.
What's the Bears' record?
So the Bears
They're
are what, 8-7? So
8-7
yeah,
right
he
now.
won 2, and Mitch has won the last 3 in the first 2. So yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So Mitch is 5-1 as a starting quarterback.
DJ, is that right?
I think he only won 1 game for us, and that was against Tom Brady, right?
Who are you talking about, Nick?
Yeah, but I think only Nick won 1 game for us. I think he huffed all the rest of them out.
Let's see. We started out 5-0, right? So 5-1. I mean, we started out 5-1. Mitch won the first 2, 3. If you want to give him that, I certainly don't. But 3, and then we won 2 more over the next 3. So he won. So Nick Foles won those 2 to get us to 5-1. Then we lost 6 straight. So we went 2 and 6, right? 2 and 7.
Yes, sir. 2 and 7.
He won 2 and 7.
I remember Mitch came in and lost, I think 1 or 2 games when he first came back.
Mitch, we lost to the Detroit Lions.
And then we lost to the Lions.
Yeah, we lost.
So he went 2 and 7.
Lost to the Colts, beat the Buccaneers, beat the Panthers,
3.
lost to the Rams, lost to the Saints, lost to
And
the
he won
Titans.
last 3.
Mo Hussein said Mitch is 6-2.
Mitch started 6 victories, even though Nick won that Falcons game. Mitch started 6 victories.
I'm giving Mitch a B.
That is a generous grade.
No, it's not.
That is a very generous grade. Joe, what are you giving Mitch as far as a grade goes for this season?
You know, the first half when he first started, when they were like 3-1 or whatever it was, 3-0, I would have given him a C- at best. At best, maybe. But on his most recent stint, I would give him a B+, if not an A. So I don't. The average would probably be around B- is what I would give him in total. And it's really how he played toward the end. At the beginning, we were winning, but we weren't winning convincing.
We were winning in spite
They were
of
winning
him.
convincing.
But
exactly,
Joe,
they were winning because they got past his mistakes.
Joe,
So,
you're there on a weekly basis anytime there's a home game. Do we not know that this is a totally different offensive scheme that these guys have been on the last 4 weeks?
Oh, it don't even look the same. It doesn't even look remotely the same. The fact that David Montgomery got 30 carries last week, how long have we asked for David Montgomery to get 20?
Yeah,
I mean, I physically asked Matt Nagy, I'm like, it's 20 carries to go? Oh, and he was
remember.
like, well, we want to try to get him 20 carries. I'm like, try? I'm like, that's the bare
That should
minimum.
be the baseline, right?
Get 20 carries on accident.
And we got Lovey you said we got the bus running the ball.
Period.
Right.
You should look up in the third quarter and say, oh, man, he's got 19 carries already. Let me make sure we get him more. That should be that simple. And the fact that after Bill Lazor took over, even though it said that Matt Nagy still has a hand in play calling, that David Montgomery got a chance to run the ball more, it's not even the same. The Bears offense those first 5 weeks, those first 6 weeks, was just they struggled to put up a drive or simply get to midfield. Now it seems like the Bears get to midfield within 2 plays. And so no, it's completely different.
You know what? I feel like I have to look at, before the season. Mitch started this year probably at an F. You feel me?
See, man.
Mitch started the year at an F.
How does Mitch start with an F, bro? Because of
do
last
we,
season?
Do we have to revisit last season?
But how much of this go again, man?
But whatever it goes into, Mitch probably started at a D- or F. To say he raised it to a B is saying that he played exceptional this year.
I think Mitch played, if not whatever adjective you want to use under exceptional, that's what we're going for me. I won't say he played exceptional.
I'm very willing to give him a C+ because they're not in this situation without Mr. Trubisky. The offense has averaged 30 points or more over the last 4 or 5 weeks. I give some of that credit to the improvement of the offensive line in the running game, which is what needed to happen. But as we said, a few minutes ago, he's also doing the things that we've been wanting him to do since he's been a Bear. Playing within his means, not doing too much. He did have a couple of bonehead turnovers, that fumble on his own 5 versus
Detroit.
Lions, and then that
cost us the game.
Interception versus The Jaguars. What was it? Jacksonville last week where he ran around for 10
threw
seconds?
it to 6 Jaguars.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's Mitch Trubisky.
The turnover in the end zone against the Vikings.
Yeah.
Unacceptable pick in the red zone.
Oh, yeah.
Unacceptable.
So we've still had those kind of Mitch Trubisky turnovers that you have to overcome.
But when you put up 30 points a game,
exactly,
and you got
also
top 5 defense in the league.
When your defense ain't winded by the third quarter, you give them an opportunity to come up with a big stop in the fourth quarter.
Right.
So I'm not mad at Mitch. I totally think he could be great as the Bears' backup quarterback.
I don't want to see Mitch as a backup quarterback, bro.
I think you got to give everybody a clean slate. For me, I give everybody a clean slate coming into any given season. Now, whatever you did last year is what you did last year. If you are still starting this year, I'm gonna give you a clean slate. So I gave Mitch a clean slate coming into the year. But I'm with Joe. He played terrible those first 2.5 weeks. The Bears were able to win those games. The Lions should have beat the Bears in week 1. And then, we were able to win week 2, and then Nick came in and saved the day week 3. Mitch was not playing good football either of those 3 weeks. Since he's come back, he's played really, really good football. He still hasn't been able to avoid those mistakes you were just talking about. He's going to have to be able to do that today. But I think overall, considering where the Bears were when he came back and where they are now, I think it would be hard to say to give him anything less than a B+ over this second part of his season. And so I think you balance somewhere out around. I'm with that B-. B- sounds solid. I was at like a D for sure, D- for those first 3 weeks, and then I'm close to an A, B+ now. So I will let him settle somewhere around that B- spot.
Let me ask about this defense real quick, Herb. How much pressure is on these guys? I know that they're going up against Aaron Rodgers today. But this is a defense that I feel like anytime they've been tested for real, they've passed.
I think that first you got to start up front. And everything for this Bears defense for me starts with 96, man. Hicks is the main cog of this defense. And that's no disrespect to Khalil, no disrespect to Bojack, no disrespect to those 2 linebackers. But when Akeem is there, they are a different team. Akeem didn't play against the Packers in week 12. He's going to play today. I expect him to make a difference in terms of how they can control the running game. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, but he's a different animal when you don't have any idea what he's about to do, right?
Very true.
And so if you can get him in a situation where you understand he's going to be passing the ball, now it just becomes, okay, can we, one, keep him in the pocket because he's as dangerous as anybody outside the pocket, but you need that push up the middle. And again, that is where Akeem Hicks comes in. If you can keep Aaron Rodgers from being able to step up into the pocket, make him just a little bit uncomfortable, he's the best I've ever seen, talent-wise. So he's going to do what he's going to do. You can put him in the book right now. He's going to complete 70% of his passes today. He's going to throw for 270 and at least 2 touchdowns. You can put that in the stat sheet as soon as he wake up in the morning. But can you stop him from going, for 350 on you and 4 touchdowns, right? Can you maybe get him on the ground 3 or 4 times? Can you maybe get a hand on one of his balls? Like, can you do something like that? If you can, then great. If not, it's tough, but he is who he is. So I think in terms of pressure, I don't know. They know what they're dealing with. Just can you force at least 1 turnover? Can you keep him from going absolutely crazy? He's gonna do what he's gonna do, and then can you kind of mask the fact that you have a 5th-round rookie in Kendall Vildor out there playing at corner.
So Jalen Johnson is out again?
Jalen Johnson is out again, and so is Buster Screen. So you got Duke Shelley. You got Duke Shelley, last year's 5th-round pick from Kansas State, this year's 5th-round pick from Georgia Southern, Kendall Vildor. He might have been a 6th-round pick, in fact, out there playing, and that's never, ever good. That's never, ever good against Aaron Rodgers. So that's – a lot of onus on guys like Eddie Jackson and Tashawn Gibson to cover those guys up as best they can. But it also it's on Khalil Mack, it's on Robert Quinn, it's on Akeem Hicks, Bilal Nichols, those guys to make sure that A-Rod's not comfortable. Those guys can probably hold up in coverage for 2 seconds. They got to hold up in coverage for 3.5 seconds.
Smoke.
Cancel Christmas.
Joe, that's what I wanted to ask you about, bro. How big is the absence of Jalen Johnson versus Aaron Rodgers today?
Oh, I mean, that's a phenomenal loss. The main thing was, we talk about Aaron Rodgers picking on people. Aaron Rodgers picked on Jalen Johnson. Aaron Rodgers will pick on Jalen Johnson anyway. And Jalen Johnson is a rookie, but Jalen Johnson is a rookie that's been picked on all season. And for what it's worth, has done pretty well. You shift that, you put people like Duke Shelley in who do not have as much experience, and they're not as big and physical as Jalen Johnson. That's a problem. Mm-hmm. And one thing that the Packers receivers they are yards after catch machines. Yeah. I mean, they get that ball and they turn a 5-yard into 10 yards, or they can turn it into 15. And I worry sometimes about the secondary's tackling. I worried when Jalen Johnson was in there. You put in smaller defensive backs in his absence with Buster Green, screen absence is as well. It begins to worry me. One thing's for sure is Aaron Rodgers tends to have a favorite with Devontae Adams, and he will find him. But if he starts shifting around and you have to have Duke Shelley on Devontae Adams, then this becomes worrisome. The best thing they can do to avoid that is to put pressure. That front four, that Bilal Nichols, but it all starts with Akeem Hicks. If they can get pressure, then I won't be as concerned. But the fact is, over the last 4 weeks, that the Bears' front four pressure has been all right at best. That gives me pause, because you give Aaron Rodgers an inch, he's going to take it 20 yards.
Charles Pagano said, or Chuck Pagano.
Charles.
We'll call him Charles, right? He said that they ain't leaving a bullet in the chamber, bro. They bringing everything, which is, I feel like, going to be going against his tendencies. He's not a guy that brings a lot of pressure. What does this defense need to do in order to put that pressure on Aaron Rodgers? Because Robert Quinn isn't getting the pressure, but can he kind of flush the quarterback towards Khalil Mack and Akeem Hicks?
Got to.
You know what I mean?
I think that Aaron Rodgers being who he is, you can't, for me, you can't just sit back and let these guys do what they're going to do. That's the idea of, just dropping 8 or dropping 7 guys in the coverage against Aaron Rodgers or Tom. I don't like that idea, right? Either take the game to them or they're going to take the game to you, period. And so I would like to see some different blitzes, some zone blitzes. I would like to see Roquan coming on some blitzes. He's one of the best blitzing linebackers in the league. I think you send Roquan on some blitzes. I think you find some ways to maybe send Duke Shelley out off the slot corner and send some blitzes that way. But again, that's just doing things to try and keep Aaron Rodgers, out of rhythm, right? Kind of out of sync a little bit. Trying to change his launch point, make sure he's not always getting back to the same. Just keep him on his toes a little bit. And again, even still, he's still going to complete 70% of his balls. He's going to do those things. But if you can try to make him, less amazing, right? Just make him a little bit less amazing, and it'll give you a chance to make some plays.
How about this? Chuck Pagano can really show me what tricks he has in his bag by taking Devontae Adams out of the game. How about we double him all game? You make some. If we lose because we got one of the white homies beating us, or one of them other guys that we don't know that name,
whatever. Right.
But if we lose
one of those other receivers,
right?
Fine,
right.
Devontae Adams,
don't let him go off with 3 touchdowns,
bruh.
So would y'all shadow him? Would y'all shadow him with Kyle Fuller? Would you let Kyle Fuller chase him around the field, Joe?
Kyle Fuller has to start on him.
But Kyle Fuller only plays left corner almost exclusively.
And you can throw Devontae in the slot.
Him? You can put him in the slot. You can put him on the other side. Would y'all
move
him around?
Middle of the field wide open.
He has to be double.
I agree.
Period.
You know what? I don't know if I would double him simply for the fact that just leaves. I mean, who is the Sterling Valdez, whatever the other person.
I don't know him.
Anthony
Valdez,
Lazard.
Scantley, Lazard.
Yeah.
They're
good. They're good.
They're not
Devontae
Adams.
And this is
they're not Devontae Adams, but Aaron Rodgers will find them, and they have shown this entire season that they know how to get yards. The main thing I want Kyle Fuller moving around the whole field. If you're 11, he runs up right, move. I would rather lose knowing Kyle Fuller was on him every play, rather than, oh my goodness, there was a 60-yard touchdown. Duke Shelley was on him. Right. You can win and lose with someone like Kyle Fuller on him every day.
It's the old Bill Belichick rule, man. Bill Belichick said, never let their best player beat you. That's the Cardinals saying.
Come on, bro.
Never let their best player beat you, man. So it don't matter if he got the mic'd up clip where he's talking to Chad Johnson before the game. He's like, no, we got our coverage today, 1 double 85. And wherever you go, we got 2 people on you. We're not finna watch you spike the ball in our end zone. I remember when they was playing the Colts one time and Dallas Clark was lighting them on fire.
Yes, sir.
Bill Belichick went straight up to the DC like, man, it's the Cardinals saying you letting their best player beat us, bro. Like, what? You can't let somebody else win, right? So I'm with you. Take Devontae Adams out, but I definitely want to do it with Kyle Fuller. I think Kyle Fuller should shadow him across the field. I don't expect to see that because I've never seen Kyle Fuller travel like that as a corner. But I would certainly consider it today.
Under the circumstances.
Yeah.
And Valdez Scanton, like I said, I watched Green Bay 3 or 4 times this year, and Aaron Rodgers puts the confidence in those guys to be the best they can be. So I've seen Valdez Scanton make these outstanding catches. But hey, if that's how we gonna lose today, he's gonna have 2 or 3 touchdowns, not Devontae Adams.
You know who our best defender is gonna be today?
Please don't say a defensive back.
No, I'm gonna say a running back. Demo. Demo is
Thank
your
you,
best
Herb.
defense for Aaron Rodgers today.
Run the ball.
Run the ball. You get that ball to David Montgomery. Aaron Rodgers cannot throw touchdowns from the bench. He can't do it.
T.O.P.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's going to help Mitch. This is not the game I want to see Mitch throw 50 times, 45 times a game.
I only want to see 50 plays in this game.
Facts.
Like, you can get up to like 75 plays, 65. Like, if we can get this thing around like 55 plays somewhere around there for the Packers, that is where you want to be, man. Like, give him as few bullets as possible.
Yeah.
Let me throw this at you, Joe. I floated the idea that Matt Nagy, over the last maybe 1 or 2 weeks, maybe snuck in a play call or two on some slick shit.
Jet sweep to Cole Kmet.
You know what I mean? And I know that I feel like we knew that it was already tough for Matt Nagy to give up play calling. I wouldn't be surprised if he kind of stuck his head out there. It's like, let me call this one real quick, Bill. How do you feel about the play calling going into this game? Do you feel like if it gets bad, we'll see Matt Nagy take over? Like, all right, let me do this. We'll go out with me. Do you think there's a chance that we see that?
I feel like he is a coach that has a little bit of an ego to him, and I feel like when it comes to big moments, he wants to be responsible for those big moments. I'm almost for certain if it's a big drive, he will probably dig his hand into the playbook a bit more. I don't want that. I would prefer if Laser, the person who seems to have changed this offense completely, remains the dominant play caller. But if we lose on something just like the jet sweep to Cole Kmet, or a play that was just too cute and caused a turnover or negative yards or as a first down stop, that's not something I want to lose with. I want to go with the hot hand, and that's letting Bill Lazor run the offense like he has been.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm all for a head coach, who's not the play caller, saying, hey, we want to be run heavy on this possession. Hey, we want to, this type of thing. We want 4-minute offense, something like that. We want to go tempo, whatever it is. But in terms of calling the plays, like, let that man cook, right? Calling plays it's cooking. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm mixing this thing, I might call a play here for something I'm setting up 3 plays from now. And when you start interjecting your opinion in for one play, you're really throwing off my whole recipe right now. I can't cook like that. So let Bill Lazor cook. The meal has been tasty the past few weeks. Go ahead and sit down and just win, bro. Like, you a winning head coach right now. Be cool and let this man work.
I guess the only question left is, Joe, do you think these guys are going to make the playoffs? They either have to beat the Packers or the Cardinals have to lose to the Rams, who are playing with a backup quarterback today.
Yo, Joe, let me piggyback on that question real fast. Like I think it's interesting to me that the Bears' most direct path to the playoffs is not their easiest path, right? Their easiest path to the playoffs, in my opinion, is for the Rams to beat the Cardinals. It's easier for the Rams to beat the Cardinals than it is for the Bears to beat the Packers. That's their easiest path, even though their most direct path is to win their own game.
I feel like the Bears are going to make the playoffs regardless of their results versus the Packers. It's a player with the Rams who hasn't had a snap at all. But Sean McVay is a pretty good play caller and a pretty good coach. And I saw the Cardinals lose last week to it wasn't even Nick Mullins who was the backup.
Oh, wow.
Who's that third string? Who was it? CJ, I forgot his name.
Beathard,
CJ Beathard.
Mm-hmm.
After seeing them lose to him and them allowing him to do some pretty good plays, I said, I'm not confident in that defense, and I'm not confident right now in Kyler Murray. So I have a feeling the Bears are just going to make the playoffs regardless. I probably would have more confidence in the Rams beating the Cardinals right now than I would in the Bears. And it's not the fact that I don't believe in the Bears.
That's
offense,
the easiest path, man.
Period.
4 weeks of an explosive Bears offense versus a Packers team that's been dominant for decades and is consistent. I mean, of course, you would expect the Packers offense to do what they do, whereas the Bears, it's a few questions in there. So I'm assuming they're going to make the playoffs regardless today.
Hey, Joe Lewis, is Allen Robinson the top 10 receiver in the league?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
If he's not top 10,
welcome
right
to the club.
Yeah.
Say that again, Joe.
Oh, he's absolutely top 10. If he's not, he's right outside of it. Okay. Right outside, like 11 or 12. If he's not,
we right there with you pretty much. Yeah.
Definitely, man.
I think top 10.
Yeah, I'd say top 10. Honestly, if Mitch is throwing to him, they got a great connection. You know what I mean? It's no doubt in that. That's that combination right there. Plus David Montgomery is what have the Bears over the.
That's
over the
like
hump.
saying are you top 10 in the NBA? But it's only 7 superstars
on any given
in the
night.
league.
Yeah, it's like, okay, does it matter?
But I'm saying though, when we say, oh yeah, he's top 10 in the NBA,
only
but
seven
it's only
dogs, though.
right, it's 7 superstars in the NBA. So them next 3 guys, they're extremely
just above
good.
average.
Right, they're
not
great.
above average, but
right. They're very good. Or
Hall of very good. You got 7 Hall of Famers, then you got Hall of very good cats in the league at any given time.
And I no disrespect, because I think Allen Robinson is exactly what Mitch Trubisky needs. He's come through for him all year, got them ill hands. He's a possession receiver. He's not a speed demon, which is what we said. If he was, then it wouldn't be fair.
A-Rob he's not a Hall of Famer, but he's Hall of very good.
Right.
He's Hall of very good.
I like that one, Herb.
Yo, Joe Lewis, one more quick question. I know we got a break. T, my bad. Did you change your draft board last night? Did Justin Fields overtake Trevor Lawrence?
Nope.
Oh, of course he did for me. Man, I'm a Buckeyes fan, man. He been on my draft board ahead of Trevor Lawrence for a long time. But after I saw that play he had against Clemson, I mean, it is a Clemson team that unfortunately has beaten my team pretty badly the last 2 times. But after he literally systematically picked him apart, I mean, he was moving in the pocket, stepping up, making the plays. Yeah, I would put him over Trevor Lawrence. Is that gonna happen in the draft? Probably not.
Probably not. Justin Fields is black. Trevor Lawrence is white.
Exactly. That is my exact point. The black quarterback, the black quarterback and the black man period have to play from behind, even though if they have the skill and the experience and the talent, there's more. So it kind of is what it is. But I know if the team that gets him, they're getting a superstar. Whereas Trevor Lawrence, I still have questions.
Exactly. And the Jaguars had to be smiling yesterday, like, oh, we can get Justin
They ain't
Fields,
even got the number. All right.
Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence.
Like, we're not
number
gonna get
1.
Trevor Lawrence, but we can get Justin.
Who got
Fields.
the number 1 pick?
Jaguars got the number.
Oh,
they got
number the
Jets.
The Jets. I meant.
The Jaguars got the number 1 pick. The Jets got.
I meant to say the Jets. Yep. So, man, Joe, we don't want to keep you too much longer. You know,
hold it down.
You got to head to Soldier Field any minute, man. And hopefully, you're bringing the guys some luck to the lake front. For me, personally, G, thank you so much for holding it down for us, bro. You've killed it. I can't wait to hop on our Twitter page and see, how this game unfolds today with you behind the scenes for the bigs. But thank you so much for holding it down for us, Joe. We appreciate you.
Man, y'all my brothers, bro. You all provided me with an opportunity to cover my favorite team. Come on. That's a bigger treat than anything, dude. It's one of the best experiences of my life.
Man, that's music to my ears right there. I'm already excited for the offseason, bro. We got to go ahead and kick it up a notch. But man,
and hopefully the offseason is open. I can physically see them.
Exactly. We got to get to Hollis Hall or something and get in that locker room again. Hopefully that's what the case is next season. But Joe, man, go ahead and get over to the lakefront and get down to biz, man. We're gonna be following you. You can stay in tune with what's going down with the Bears versus Packer games today, man. On Twitter at It's the Bigs, ITSTHEBIGS. Joe, man, we'll holler.
Appreciate you, Joe.
Brother.
Appreciate
you. Happy New Year, King.
Yes, sir. We'll be right back at the Kickoff Kickback.
WIFTBPM.
Tune in every Sunday. Don't miss it. Live from the West Center for the Black People Media Studios. It is the Kickoff Kickback. Join the conversation with the brothers, Eugene, McIntosh, Herb Howard, and myself, Terrence Tomlin.
We got analysis live from the stadium. The brother Joe Lewis will be following through. We got great guests coming in, players, personnel, people.
Say what? We do our thing every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, taking you right up to kickoff.
We picking the full slate of NFL games. We talking fantasy football. Gino got you covered on all the bets. It's a kickback.
Make sure y'all join the conversation. Smash that like button. Smash that share button. And continue to help us push the culture forward.
Don't miss it every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, live here from the West Center for the Black People Media Studios.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
I'm a microphone murderer, baseline assassin. Jump into the booth, ride the rhythm like an Aston. Late night escapade, champagne splashes. Cashmere cardigan, marijuana ashes. Interlocking G's down the frame of my glasses. Japanese selvage denim, feet classic. Flow so reservoir dog, remastered. Beat by funk worm, speech is Jurassic. Shit, I'm so sick that I call for a phlegm and spit acid. Lyrical gymnastic, rip bastards. Walk through the valley of death, grip ratchets. 30 shot shit just in case it gets drastic. But still keep it dope boy fresh out the plastic. Give a mic check, then I'll let your ass have it. Had some heat stored away that I wrote in an old tablet. Like a jab in a drought, devoted to old addicts. Look nigga, you ain't iller than me. Ain't a motherfucker iller than me. You can go and search coast to coast from sea to shiny sea. You won't find a nigga iller than me. Straight from the city of the shop where them skinny niggas die. Best protect where you shit and you pee. Just a little word of advice on this mechanical device. Ain't there nigga iller than me.
Look, ain't there nigga iller. Said by the man in the mirror. Man, I done shook hands with some killers. And I done cook yams for some dealers. From the land of the drillers. Where they had you dancing like Thriller. Been saying I'm that nigga. Now they saying I'm that nigga. And that nigga might snitch. Watch what you saying to that nigga. I don't trust the soul. Now they'll cut your throat. And have you cuffed and thrown and shipped up the road. Nowadays you don't even see little girls jumping rope. They know somebody out there slump they folk. Man, I don't fuck with folks. Is that wrong to say? I just smoke and joke. Then I hope and pray that they don't provoke me. Cause they know that Jay quick to blow the toast and you'll get blown away. It's noodles. I'm fucking up the game, no safe sex. And ain't a spit of iller worth the KX.
Look nigga, you ain't iller than me. Ain't a motherfucker iller than me. You can go and search coast to coast from sea to shiny sea. You won't find a nigga iller than me. Straight from the city of the shop where them skinny niggas die. Best protect where you shit and you pee. Just a little word of advice on this mechanical device. Ain't there nigga iller than me. Okay, lay low. Irene and Anejo. Lapping in the corner like Fredo. Shining like a diamond, got a pocket full of pesos. Looking like a kid, that shit hustlers pray for. Nigga, how you wanna do it? Go ahead and say so. I body vocal boost, motherfucker, call me Mako. This is that 38 special. Blue steel snub nose crown with the Idaho potato. The game is silly putty buddy, but I never play though. I'm eating niggas food, calling rappers Alfredo. Rhyme styles wild as fucking loud, Alzado. The game is Beat Street, and I am motherfucking Ramo. Blowing on the KD wax, taking sips of the JMO. Got a chip on my shoulder, full clip in the Draco. Riding with my unit, 5th buck, Banks and Yayo. Looking at Bass Brothers like McGuire and Seiko. Look nigga, you ain't iller than me. Ain't a motherfucker iller than me. You can go and search coast to coast from sea to shiny sea. You won't find a nigga iller than me. Straight from the city of the shop where them skinny niggas die. Best protect where you shit and you pee. Just a little word of advice on this mechanical device. Ain't there nigga iller than me.
This is the Kickoff Kickback.
Yes, sir.
Week 17, man. The NFL season, the regular season is coming to a close. What week did we kick off the Kickoff Kickback?
I want to say maybe like week 9 or something like that.
Okay. So
we say somewhere around there.
Came a little bit late to the game.
Maybe 2 months, 2+.
Yeah.
But man, the season really has been off the chain. Kicking it with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming in Sunday and talking Bears with me.
It's always fun, man. It's an absolute honor and a pleasure to touch down with the bigs, man.
All day long, man. Hey, man. Shout out my boy Ken Rock.
I see him.
That's
Rock
heat.
The block. What up, Joe?
That's heat.
What up, Ken?
Oh, I see him in the joint. Yeah, man. Appreciate you following through the kickback for sure. But that track is fire.
Ken
streaming on all platforms. Box Chevy Chronicles.
So you already know what anybody to name their album, Box Chevy
That's
Chronicles.
the crib, Jack.
Yes, sir.
Ken Rock is one of the best guys, man, that I've ever met. We take it back to the Catholic League. He went to Brother Rice.
Okay.
So, the Mount Carmel brother Rice thing,
Yeah.
he was on that team that beat us, that stopped us from going down state that year. But then we paid him.
Tastes like Pampers, don't it?
Bro, till this day. But then the next year, when I was gone, we paid them back because they were supposed to win the state championship. And we beat them and stopped them from going. So shout out to my boy Ken Rock. Ken actually rapped his group, the first group they were in was the Uncrowned Kings. Him, Mickey Halsted, and Dave G. So you know his work, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Sir. And he's an assistant coach over at Bogan, the boys basketball team.
Oh, that's what's up.
Absolutely.
And he's a teacher at Beasley. Shout out to the Beasley Bees, man.
Shout out to moms. Yeah, you know what I mean, Ken. But yeah.
See you out here, King.
Yes, sir.
Handling business. Look, man, I know we got some more things to get into. I know some big games we want to talk about in the NFL. But I just want to touch back again on this college thing just a little bit because, first of all, Alabama is a different breed.
Boy.
Different breed.
So Notre Dame was lucky that they didn't stack a 50 ball on
different breed, Jack.
And Jaleel Billingsley, our boy from that Phillips 2017 Phillips team that won state that we covered that year. He caught a touchdown.
Yeah,
I think I think he may be a sophomore now.
At Bama?
Yeah, he caught a touchdown
He's a sophomore
in that game.
Junior.
Handling business.
I don't know if he redshirted because it was 17, so 18. I'm not sure if he redshirted. So if he did redshirt, he's a sophomore. But if he didn't, he's a junior. But regardless,
he caught a
TD. He was on the special teams. He was running the kicks back. I'm looking for next year after they win the national championship this year. I'm looking for him to be the man next year.
That's what's crazy. Like that program ain't no rebuilding. We just
crazy?
reload. We just
ain't that crazy?
Oh, we lost 2 number 1 wide receivers last year and Judy and Ruggs. Okay,
we got 2.
We got Devontae Smith, and they got the dude Waddle who out with his ACL. He was going crazy this shit. So I saw a picture yesterday where all 4 of them were just kind of standing on the field as for Alabama last year. 4 number 1 receivers on the same team last year. 4 first round wide receivers on the same team in college. Gee, that's bananas. They are a different breed, dog.
Nick Saban stay tight.
Notre Dame was not ready.
They lucky they didn't stack a 50 piece on
what?
Them.
Like that's what separates these teams, man. Most Power 5 schools can field 11 blue chip athletes. Most of them can get 11 monsters on the field at any given time. But when you start to get into the second team, the rotation starts to fall off. Alabama 4th team is all 5-star All-Americans. You know what I'm saying? It's like every year it's like, oh man, they just lost this dude and that dude and this dude. And next year another All-American, another All-American. Who is this dude? Who is that? It's bananas. That is a football factory, okay?
And they're not worried about
I might put them up against the Jets. I'm lying, but only a little bit.
Only a little bit. Right?
Only a little bit lying, though.
But you got it says a lot about the program because most of those guys, they're coming in knowing that they're gonna be backups and role players. They're not probably gonna see the light unless you're just this outstanding character. Yeah,
right.
But most of the times, you probably won't see the light of day till your junior year, and that's all you need is 1 year.
Just look at that. Just wide receivers alone. Just look how long this train has been rolling, and you can go back further than this. But I'm just gonna start it at Julio Jones, right?
Like what year was
Julio? DJ, hook me up on that, bro. On when Julio Jones left Alabama. What year was Julio Jones drafted? Right,
2009 or 10.
Yeah, something like that.
He was way before Amari though, right? Amari
yeah.
Cooper.
So, but you had before Amari, in between Julio and Amari, and they might have, they might have had a year that overlapped, maybe. Like Amari Cooper freshman year.
2011.
2011. And when was Amari Cooper drafted? Amari Cooper.
I think he might have been 13.
14.
Yeah. So they had a year there where they overlapped too, and so you go from Julio, Amari Cooper, it's ridiculous, man. Any position you want, you go to safety, you go from Landon Collins to Eddie Jackson, like Minka Fitzpatrick, it just goes crazy.
I'm looking like Patrick Surtain. I'm like, what? Buddy, didn't he play? Oh, right, that's his son.
That's
his son. Play for the Dolphins,
and he's a problem. Like Patrick Surtain, the 3rd or 2nd, whatever, he's a problem.
Like, it's no reason for him to come back.
Whole side of the field. That's
shut down.
Go over there.
Yeah.
Like that whole team is bananas. The defensive line, we don't got to go there. The lineage of linebackers, it's crazy how they just reload, man. Next year they're gonna have a whole nother lineup of monsters out there. It's crazy.
Kenneth Steele, the backs.
Drake,
Kenyon
Kamara,
Drake,
the backs.
Derrick Henry.
It's TJ Yeldon. Like it's unbelievable. Like they just and Mark Ingram, he won the Heisman. He didn't even make the list. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, dog. Like it's a different breed what they doing down there, man.
What do you think of the playoff format? Do you think they're going to be changing it back soon because of these crazy bloods. Like Notre Dame, do they have to get another chance ever?
I just wish they would settle on, you know, some type of playoff system that's not just like the top 4. Like just get like 8 teams or something in there, and then nobody can complain. If you the 9th team, I'm not really trying to hear you complain about that, fam. You didn't make it, right? But if you get 8 teams in there, let those guys just play it out. You still gonna see some of these blowouts or whatever. Like Notre Dame, like for everything they did this year and as good as they played this year, it's a different animal. You put them on the field with Alabama, and that speed takes over. It's like, God, like strength punishes, speed kills, man. And they got a lot of it at every position on that field.
So do they shorten the regular season? Because I think that's one of the things they
don't want to
play so many games.
But it seems like they keep adding games anyway. It used to be like, you know, teams play 11 games. Now you're seeing teams play 12, 13 games. Some teams be like 12-1, 13. Like, how many games are they playing anyway? It's kind of crazy. So, you know, I think that those kids can play those games if you want to add it to them. I think it's certainly more revenue for NCAA, so I don't think they're going to complain. But I think that, you know, it's something – this current format just leaves a little bit of something to be desired. I do like it a little bit better than the old format of just picking teams to play in the Rose Bowl, playing this game, and pick the top 2. I think it's a little bit better than that, but it still leaves a little bit something to be desired when you get Notre Dame getting smacked every year.
Yeah,
I like to see Notre Dame get smacked personally.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Yeah, I think they need to come up with. I think just extend it, just expand it a little.
No,
bit.
I'm with you. I feel like an 8 team format, maybe 10, however you want to work at it. If it's Alabama, who's clearly the favorite, if they want to give them a bye or however they want to work it. But I do agree. I think there needs to be not 4. I don't think 4 is enough because there are a bunch of other teams with 1 loss who could possibly be 2, 3, 4.
I mean, Texas A&M was mad because they were talking stuff about Ohio State. They was like, man, we didn't win our last 7 games, right? They lost 1. And they was like, then we won 7 straight. And then they coach was like, some teams only played 7 games. He was taking a shot at Ohio State because they only played 7 games, right? And but Ohio State, different animal. Dabo Swinney, coach from Clemson, was
tight.
He tried to clap it. He tried to duck them. He like
Dabo Luther King.
They number 11. They number 11. Ohio State number 11 in the country. Boy, they just bang job.
Wop job.
Justin Fields, that dude is impressive, man. Not only do he show the toughness that it take, you know, he woke up this morning in a whole heck of a lot of pain, man. He's got some type of cracked ribs, some type of at least bruised ribs. That dude put his helmet around his ribs. He woke up with an ignorant bruise on his ribs right now. So he's sore, but he played through that thing and he played phenomenal. He made some amazing throws. One of the throws he threw on a slant route, kind of a deep slant into the end zone for a touchdown to that tight end. One of the best throws I've seen, like all year in college football. That throw was pinpoint accurate. It was the only place it could have been, and he put it right there. He could have threw that ball through a keyhole from 50 yards. The dude is talented, and I definitely would have moved him up my board ahead of Trevor Lawrence. Yeah.
I've only seen Justin Fields play like 2 or 3 times. So yesterday was definitely the time. Probably the first time I got to see him play a full game. He was letting that thing fly.
He's legit. The deep ball that he hit. What's the dude Olave?
Yeah. That's right on the button.
Nasty. Like that dude, and he's athletic. He can move. He's big. He's 6'3", like 225. I like this Justin Fields cat. I'd trade Trubisky for him today.
Absolutely.
Me too.
Hey, shout out to I was gonna call him the next Bears head coach, but obviously Adam Schefter has the beat that's not the case.
Who you talking about?
Pat Fitzgerald and North Carolina Wildcats.
Fitz.
Shout out to those guys for getting the win.
Fitz, yeah, man. Northwestern out here handling business. So yeah, Fitz is doing good with that program, man. Again, you know they're gonna cap out. You know they can't really get into that elite level. They can get 11, 12 guys on the field that can ball, but once Alabama get to their 30th dude that's an All-American,
lunch.
It's cooked. Like it's different, man. So yeah, but shout out to Fitz for sure for doing what he's doing up at Northwestern, man. That's a hard school to go to in general and play football there. So to get premier athletes to come there and play ball, to qualify there.
Well, now though, have you seen the newer? Yeah, you can get some recruits now. Bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you can get some recruits.
Oh, they've invested heavily into the athletic program. I mean, they redid the. Is it still called Welsh Ryan Arena or no? They redid the arena, so that's on point. For the basketball team, now they got the football thing. Like all of that is on point.
It's right on the water.
They invested in that program, but it's still that curriculum.
It is all day.
Curriculum, as much as anything, is hard to overcome.
All day.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Northwestern.
Yeah, Northwestern definitely has played their way into relevancy. They playing on national TV in bowl season. it's new for them. I'm sure they'll take it.
And Northwestern basketball.
Yeah. They're getting it done, man. It's Chris Collins. I'm talking about Doug Collins. Yeah.
One of them Collins boys.
Yeah. They're getting it done. They're getting it done for sure, man. So, shout out to Northwestern for handling business. Shout out to Notre Dame too, man. I mean, Brian Kelly has done a good job with that program, but
they'll take it. They'll take that now.
Yeah. He was like, man, people mad at us because we keep coming here and losing. He's like, we're going to come back every year. We're going to keep winning games. We're going to come back here every year. We're going to keep recruiting. He was like, what you want me to do? Like, it comes down to being able to tackle and block, and it's hard to tackle and block these guys. He was like, what do you want me? You want me to apologize for getting my team to the Final Four? I'm not going to apologize for that.
And getting the athletic program $6 million? No,
yeah,
I'm not.
I'm not going to apologize for that, but that's a buzzsaw, and I don't think Ohio State is ready for it.
I was going to ask you, so what's the Alabama minus
10, I would say.
10?
I don't know what the line is, but I would say Alabama by 10 right now.
I was going to say maybe 8.5.
Yeah, I'll say 9.
It's at 7. Alabama minus 7 right now? Because I think they had the highest over and under for a national championship game against, I think they were minus 19 over Notre Dame. And then that's always funny when it comes down because they were up 24.
Mm-hmm.
And then Notre Dame came down and scored.
Got a garbage touchdown.
They ended up losing by 17.
Yeah.
That always blows
Shout out
me.
to the odds makers.
Luckily, I didn't have any bread on that, but yeah. So
Speaking of odds making, bro, do you have anything for us in week 17 with these picks? Is it the week to do a parlay?
Man, I would stay away from the parlay this week just unless you really into it and you know what these teams are playing for. You just looked at the.
It's
the
a lot on the
standings.
line, bro. I may have to exit out of my DraftKings app.
Yeah, I would leave that alone. If you got some bread to spare, cool. But if you really tight on your bread and don't want to make another deposit, leave the parlays alone. Find the games which mean the most. Go there. The games that don't mean nothing. Probably have guys sitting out, guys who fake banged up.
Facts.
They ain't playing. So leave the parlays alone today, man.
Yeah, week 17 is always a tough week to gamble on because of all those things you said. Different teams are in different situations. Some teams, quiet as it's kept, are trying to improve their draft position, so they don't really want to win this week.
Right.
You got other guys, and that shows up in many different ways. They're not going to come out there and lay down, but they're going to say, oh, we're trying to get a look at our young guys. You know what I'm saying? So now our starting linebacker, our starting quarterback isn't playing because we're trying to get a look at our young guys for next year. What you're trying to do is take this L so you can get Justin Fields in them at the top of the draft. That's what you're trying to do. So that's just always a tough week to gamble on.
Yep.
Definitely, man. The Ravens, the Browns, the Colts, the Dolphins, the Tennessee Titans, Cardinals, Bears, the Dallas Cowboys, Packers, Los Angeles Rams, New Orleans Saints, New York Giants, the Seahawks, and the Washington football team are all either playing for their
New
playoff
York
life
Giants are playing for a playoff
seeding.
life. Are we serious?
Everybody in the NFL East is, or what the people have been calling it, the NFL East, okay?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
The Giants could win it with a win and the Washington loss.
Are
And
you
they
serious,
lost
bro?
Saquon Barkley
That's unbelievable.
at the top of the year.
Aren't they like 6
I was gonna say they got
10 or
5
something like
wins
that?
or 6.
They have 5
Like
wins.
5 and 9 right now, right? Or 5 and 10?
Hold on, excuse me. They're 5 and 10, Herb. The Dallas Cowboys are 6 and 9 and can win the NFC East.
Somebody's gonna win that division with 7 wins for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
See,
Well, unless the Giants win, then they'll win it with 6.
Or the Cowboys, like
The Cowboys can only
they
win it with 7.
Yeah, they can win
The
with
Cowboys
7.
or the Skins will win it with 7. The Giants could win it with 6.
But who would have thought that? And they lost Dak Prescott so early on in the season.
And what's that say about the Eagles?
Carson Wentz, I just read, is demanding a trade.
Yeah, he said that 2 weeks ago. He said, I ain't no backup, man. I'm making 40 M's next year.
Which I don't think
good work
anybody
if
in
you can get it.
Philadelphia will be upset with because they had Jalen Hurts right now holding it down, and I'm trying to see the Philadelphia.
He might be the first. He might be the first Bama quarterback worth for them. Because for all the kudos we gave him for all the other positions, their quarterbacks haven't hit on nothing. What about who? I can't hear you, bro. You got a microphone. Turn it up.
What about Tua? He played for the Dolphins, don't he?
Tua Tagovailoa. I forgot about Tua. All right, I'll give Tua that, but the book's still out on him. But they've gone through A.J. McCarron and all these other cats who have done well in college, and I'm not hating on them, but it's never translated to the NFL for these guys that coming out of Alabama.
This guy, Mac Jones.
He's having a hell of a year, man.
Ain't he,
But I
man?
tell you what, let me throw the ball to Devontae Smith.
Right.
Okay? like it's woo. That dude is
Yeah, buddy was crazy, man.
That dude is
That was the first
special.
time I got to. I've seen Alabama here and there this year just because their games aren't interesting because they always winning by 50 points. It's like, I don't want to see that.
Special,
but, yeah, yesterday I'm like, all right, man, what is going on with this guy? Hit him across the middle. He shakes the sideline.
He's special, dog.
It was bad. Yes. It was bad.
Yeah, interesting week 17, y'all. I'm looking forward to it. I know everybody's got their eyes wrapped around this Bears versus Packers game, but it's a lot of potentially good games going on in the NFL today.
I'm excited. I'm excited for a few of the games, man. There's a lot of positioning on the line. Whether you talk about people trying to vie for that number 1 seed, which the Packers are trying to do, so they're going to show up and play their best game. But you got the Saints in that conversation. The Seahawks are in that conversation as well. Then you flip over to the AFC, you're dealing with the Steelers and even like the Bills, and like all these guys are competing for playoff seeding even down to the last week, which keeps some of these games interesting. So it should be a fun week across the NFL today. I am definitely looking forward to this Bears game. They moved it back from 12 to 325
Thank you.
so that they could put both of those games on at the same time. They want the Bears-Packers game happening simultaneously with the Rams-Cardinals game. Both of those teams, I think the Cardinals and the Bears, I don't know about the Cardinals. I don't even know where that game is at. But the Bears have definitely said that they are not going to put the scoreboard up in the stadium. They don't want the players constantly checking to see, okay, are the Cardinals winning, are the Cardinals losing, and letting that impact their play. I think that's a wise decision from the coach. Like, just go out there, play our game, let the chips fall where they may control what we can control, and we'll see at the end of the game. We win, it don't matter.
Exactly. If the Bears win, it doesn't matter. The Cardinals will be in Los Angeles. If they win, it doesn't matter. So,
man, we can get, like I said, when we get to these picks, man, you got to let us know the implications of the games, man. Who's playing for what?
You see, I'm checking. I got to check one more time on Kyler Murray's status before we dive into these picks, and I get to update you guys on how we're going into Week 17 as far as jockeying for position and the picks from last week.
I feel like I might be in first this week, man.
Listen, man.
You're feeling confident, huh, bro?
Yes, sir.
Listen, man. Sometimes, I just play hooky for a while, and I come off the bench and Kirk Gibson it. In the bottom of the ninth.
For a second.
You know what I'm saying? I just come Kirk Gibson in the bottom of the ninth. So here we go, man. I'm gonna get it done this week. I might go 16-0 this week, man.
You know what? I've been leading most of the way. I haven't been able to get any type of separation though. So I feel like I'm totally in danger. And
this how you lose on a Hail Mary.
Yeah,
you let us hang around too long.
I feel like if I go back, even in my chat, that's how I lose. I lose on some like Hail Mary at the end of the play when I was winning for most of the damn shit. So
I'm Dolo Herb this week. I'm telling y'all right now.
I can feel y'all breathing on my neck, fam. I'm not confident at all. No update on Kyler Murray yet. They're saying that he's still a game time decision. I feel like that's the biggest decision of the afternoon.
Yeah.
If Kyler Murray doesn't play, can I go ahead and sign up for my Bears postseason fan card? Can I do that? If Kyler Murray doesn't play, I think the Bears are going to the
Bears going to the Aus, man. We called it. Hey, Chris Williams, you did call that, man. Salute to you. You was on the money with that piece, man. So listen, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna hop into our picks for this week. See where everybody stands. See how we picked the last week of the season. See ultimately who's going to win the picks for the season. This is the Kickoff Kickback alongside the one and only Terrence, Tomlin, and Eugene McIntosh. My name is Herb. We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
WIFTBPM.
Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like me said. Randy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we're about 60 years old. I done had a heart.
You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that, yeah?
I don't like that.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
about National join a positive black organization day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National tell white people the truth day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
Mama, chances make champions. On the solid, I'm a problem, you can't disregard me. Got some bottles and exotic, with your bitch we slotted. I be with goblins, keep some Glocks, we ain't boxing or arguing. No pocket watching, only focus on what's in your wallet. Foot on they necks, I'm a stepper, I apply that pressure. The mob be with me through whatever, we grew up aggressive. Better keep your bitch on the leash, or I bet I catch her. She give me brain like professors, that whole extra clever. All she get is dick and refreshments, don't ask extra questions. We in the party with some weapons, keep yourself together. We hot, dog, Christian owners, yeah, we came with relish. Make it rain on the dancers, fucked around and changed the weather. Me and my brother know how to maneuver, been in it too long, bitch, we know what we doing. Get off them drugs and turn into bull. Whole gang off the yang, we rollin', we groovy. Lord here tweaking on all kind of bullshit, he clutching a 40, he know how to use it. Them hoes just people that slid in between us, they happy to meet us. You know they be choosing. Yeah, we get to the money usually.
This is the Kickoff Kickback.
Yes, it is.
It's officially time for my favorite part of the show, fam.
The
picks. It's not my favorite part because I've been winning for 9 weeks, but anyway, I'm ready to see what the guys are thinking and see if they got the lick on the picks today. It is the final week of the regular season before the postseason, which means that it's almost time to crown a champion of our picks. Herb, Eugene, myself have been doing our thing for since week 9.
Yeah, man.
And it's time to let the records speak for themselves, man. Let me bring up to speed from what happened last week.
Mm-hmm.
Herb, you were 11-5 in your picks last week.
Oh, he killed it.
Exactly, a very solid week. Eugene and I tied at 12-4, just a game in front of you.
I keep dropping games, man.
It was that Vegas pick, bro. It was the Raiders pick.
The Raiders.
You know what? But you know what? I'm looking at it, and I think all of us hit a Dolo pick. So I feel like it's time to take some risk, y'all.
It's now enough and empty my clip.
The overall records going into the last week of picks is Herb. You're in third at 81-48.
Okay.
Gino and myself are tied. 2 games in front of you at 83-46.
Okay, I see y'all down the stretch. Here they come down the stretch, Secretary by half a length.
Gino pulled up for the tie as far as the league go. You had a great week, bro. Honestly, that Steelers pick and was the Dolo pick you landed.
The Colts and the Steelers.
Yeah, you had the Cowboys.
Yeah.
We all landed our Dolo pick. I landed the Vegas pick. I picked the Dolphins. You picked the Cowboys. And you had the Steelers.
That Dallas pick, that was that Thursday game?
Yeah, man. And
Christmas or whatever.
No. The Cowboys played.
Oh, that was them Saturday
the 49ers.
Right,
yeah,
Saturday
exactly.
Games.
And the 49ers, whatever the fuck they was on. Excuse me.
All right.
But so here we go into the last round of picks, bro. Are you ready, Herb?
I'm ready, man. I'm telling you, I'm finna empty my whole clip. I'm down 2 games. I need to beat both of y'all by at least 2 games. So I'm either finna lose by like 6 or I'm finna win by like 2. Like, I'm coming crazy this week.
This is the week to do it. I feel like this is one of the most unpredictable weeks to pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know who's playing or sitting. Everybody's jockeying the playoff position. We got backup quarterbacks starting meaningful games. Are we ready to dive into the picks for this week?
Let's do it, my brother.
You ready to drop some facts on us?
You got the
Gino?
facts on us, G?
Let's get it.
Game 1 today, man. Vikings versus Lions.
Vikings versus the Lions. Detroit at the crib +3. Neither of these guys are playing for anything, right?
Nope.
Just a regular old football game.
Detroit, Minnesota. Is Dalvin Cook playing?
Dalvin Cook is playing. You want a coin to flip? You need me to hit you with it?
I'm going Detroit. I'm going the real Matty Ice. Come out with a victory today.
How you feeling, Herb?
I thought G was gonna pick the Vikings, and therefore I was gonna pick Detroit. But since he picked Detroit, I'm gonna pick the Vikings.
It's like you have to, right?
Yeah, this is where I'm at this point. It's like going to blind 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, put us down for a yard right now. Like,
picks got to come from somewhere, right?
Yeah, I got the Vikings.
I'm going with the Vikings as well. I just think that's a better offense.
That's smart.
Even though they're in Detroit. So, Gino, you riding with the Lions. Me and Herb are riding with Minnesota.
Dolo G with Matt Stafford. I think that's a good pick, too.
We'll see how it goes for you, Gino. Up next, Falcons versus Buccaneers.
Let's see. The Falcons versus the Buccaneers. We got Tampa Bay at the crib, -7. Of course, I'm taking Tampa Bay. Are they in? They're in, though, right?
They've clinched, which is why I'm looking at this game a little harder now. What are you thinking, Herb?
I know they clinched their spot, but don't they still have some seed implications or no?
I think they do have seed implications. I pulled away from the page.
They like 12. They like 12-3, right?
Yes, sir.
So they can get to 13-3 and put themselves in the conversation for number 1.
My bad. They 10-5.
10-5.
Bucks are 10-5. The Falcons are 4-11. And don't forget, the Buccaneers pulled off a comeback victory in Atlanta a couple of weeks ago over the Falcons.
I'm gonna take Tampa. I think they start to get themselves ready for the playoff run. You know, try to get some things in order, get that offense hitting on all cylinders. I'm gonna take Tampa, although I kind of want to take the Falcons just because.
I'm going Tampa as well. I think they end their season on a high note. Tom Brady's already set a couple of records as far as the passing game goes in Tampa Bay. I think he finishes on a high note, even if he doesn't play the whole game. You know. Up next, and this is another interesting game, man. The Patriots, who aren't in the playoffs for the first time.
Give me the other team.
They're playing the Jets.
Give me the other team.
The Jets are winners of 2 straight after I stood on the fact that I didn't think they was winning a game all year. They didn't win 2 straight. Gino, what's the facts? Which way are you leaning, bro?
New England at the crib, -3. The Jets got 2 wins this year?
1-2, yes.
They'll keep it at 2. I'm taking Scam today.
Scam? Is he starting? Did they take his spot?
I haven't seen any news that Scam. No, everything here says it doesn't have any quarterback news. I'm assuming.
I know they benched him last week, so I didn't know if they was like, you know what, we done with this Scam experiment. Either way, man, I'm rolling with the Jets, man. Give me the Jets. I know they in the Justin Fields sweepstakes, but I'm taking the Jets, man.
That's a smart one.
It's no way I'm picking the Jets. I'm going with the Patriots.
Good. Let's go Jets. Jets.
Up next, we got the Dolphins versus the Bills. Gino, what are the facts?
We got the Buffalo Bills at the crib +3.5.
Ooh, really?
So this must mean that they're not playing for anything.
Huh.
Are they going to sit Josh Allen? See, this is where it gets...
The Bills are not playing for anything, but the Dolphins are. They are in with a win.
Buffalo can play spoiler. Are they in the same division? No.
They are.
They are?
Yes,
That's
sir.
the AFC East.
Why would I pick Miami?
You know what? They're 10-5. They're 10-5.
And they got Brian Flores. My bad.
Flores. Yes.
Flores.
I like you.
What's his name?
Flores.
Medellin. Yeah. As long as Josh Allen is out there, I'm going Buffalo.
Okay.
Give me the Dolphins. Sign me up. Give me Dan Marino, Ricky Williams.
I feel that.
You know, all them cats, man.
Let me tell you.
Zach Thomas.
Are they walking through that door?
Jason Taylor.
Jason Taylor.
Are they walking through the locker room door?
Sam Madison.
Patrick Surtain.
Brock Marion.
Mark Super
Hey, that was a good secondary.
Did you say Ricky Williams already?
Yeah, I said Ricky. Okay. Man. Give me all them cats, man. Give me the Dolphins.
Too bad it's not those Dolphins, but yeah.
Larry Zonka.
The last song I listened to last night before I laid it
Spitter.
down.
I already know.
Stoned on Ocean. I'm riding with the Dolphins, man. I've liked the way they've played all year. Honestly, they've been one of my favorite teams to watch all year.
Ooh, I think G got 2 good Dolos, man. The Bills and that Vikings.
Dolo. Okay.
I mean, the Bills and that Lions.
Yeah, I'm riding with the Dolphins on this tip, Gino.
See, the only thing is, if everything ain't in place, if they come out and Josh Allen is on the bench, then does this really count?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Make a decision, sir.
I'm going Buffalo, man. Shout out to the Butch. Shout out to Conway the Machine, and shout out to my boy City Boy, man.
Hey, you know what? The Bills dropped some nice Benny the Butcher merch a couple days ago.
Oh, did
definitely
they?
Shout out to Benny, some official Benny the Butcher Buffalo Bills merch.
Okay, Buffalo.
Go get your T-shirt or your hoodie.
Touching down on the hip hop soil.
Yep, let's go.
Up next, are these the two teams that lost to the Jets? And the Steelers versus the Browns.
Ooh.
The Steelers lost to the Jets, right?
Yeah, they did. You called it.
And then the Browns lost to the Jets last week. Now the Steelers and Browns are playing each other. What are the facts, Gino?
Cleveland at home -10. So Cleveland is playing to get in, right?
No, I think they both in.
They're playing for seeding. Both Cleveland.
Why is Cleveland -10 though?
Because I think Pittsburgh wrapped up home field advantage and everything last week with the win.
So does that mean Big Ben? Like, I don't understand.
They already won a division, right?
Yeah.
They already won the AFC North. So maybe
and Mason Rudolph is starting. Remember, Ben Roethlisberger is not playing today.
Are they sitting Ben?
Uh-huh.
Why would I take the Steelers then?
Mason Rudolph won a few games last year.
I mean, I'm taking the Steelers +10 on this DraftKings.
Yeah.
But
I feel like the Browns just lost to the Jets.
They did.
They're pissed. Like me personally, go ahead and put me down for the Browns.
Yeah, you can put me down for the Browns.
Good. Put me down for the Steelers.
It's only right.
What else I gonna do?
Like, hey, go hard or go home.
Put me down for the Steelers, man.
Up next, we got the Cowboys versus the Giants, an NFC East, whatever you want to call it. One of these teams is going to the playoffs, y'all.
Jesus
Whoever
Christ.
wins this game is going to the offs.
Excuse me. Let me not forget about the Washington football team. They play Sunday night. If they win,
The Washington football team control their destiny. If they win, they're in.
Okay.
The Cowboys, if they win, or whoever win this game, if the Skins lose, if Washington lose,
they're in.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So this is New York at the crib +2. Danny Dimes versus Andy Dalton. Zeke, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper.
Wow.
It's hard to say that these teams have been playing good football when you talking about a 5 and 6.
They haven't been playing good
Yeah,
football.
a 5 and a 6 win team.
They huff.
So
they play each other twice a year, so that's 6 to 8 games just amongst themselves. So
They
that's
are huff as hell.
Somebody got to win those games. They huff as hell.
What is the battle of the huff, Gino? Which way are you leaning?
Battle of the Busters.
I'm going with Dallas, man. Zeke Elliott with his biggest game of the year.
Okay. Herb?
Yeah, me too, actually. I'm going Dallas, too.
I'm going Dallas as well. I just think they're the better football team.
Yeah, me too.
Up next, Gino. Ravens versus Bengals.
What are the implications, man?
The Ravens.
Doesn't matter. I mean, I'm taking Baltimore
the
anyway.
Bengals aren't doing
Ravens
anything.
got to have it. Bengals can't do nothing with it.
Yes, sir.
Baltimore, Cincinnati +13 in the Natty.
Yo, pass that, Randy.
Randy Bears.
Pass
Let's go.
that pack.
Let's go. We'll
fam.
get to that pick in a minute though. But
No, let me hit that, fam. Whatever it is that you're smoking.
he's smoking Miller.
What?
I don't know if you.
Nah, he got some gas in that.
Okay.
He on another
41.
planet.
41
He's smoking on Pookie Loke tonight.
We smoking on Pookie Loke tonight.
I think that's the number of quarterbacks that they've had in their history.
Right.
compared to
Bears
Packers.
41, Packers 10.
Right.
I think that's what that is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I'm going Ravens, man. I don't know about the -13, but I'm definitely taking the Ravens in Cincinnati.
Ravens for sure.
Ravens for sure. Go Ravens.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Up next, we have
I want my restitution.
the Jaguars versus the Colts. The Jaguars have already wrapped up the #1 pick in next year's draft.
Sunshine.
It's going to be down there in Jacksonville. We'll see how good that goes. But
I'm
the
sure we're
Colts
all taking the Colts. Indianapolis
playing for seeding as well.
-15 at the crib in the dome. Then we go to the Colts. Then
we went to Detroit.
We did go to Indianapolis. We went to Indiana for the Pacers
game.
We
Yep.
got
and
that
we got
that
the
pig, the
Pills.
pills.
and we were on the court playing. Yes, sir.
We pilfered some NBA. Yes, we did. We stole some NBA balls from the Pacers.
Had to.
When PG was there.
Shout out to David Stern with his name on the ball.
Yeah.
You still got your Stern?
Absolutely.
I got my Stern. I play me and when I work out with Mazon, I get him shooting with the NBA ball.
The real ball.
Get him ready.
The Adam Silver one though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
David Stern is
put up,
locked up somewhere.
Exactly.
R.I.P. to David Stern.
Yes,
man.
sir. But yeah, we taking Indianapolis.
Yeah, Colts all day for sure.
Definitely going with the Colts. I'm not even going to make it interesting. Colts as well. Yeah. Up next, Gino, Titans versus Texans.
The Houston Texans aren't playing for anything.
Not anything at all.
What are the Titans playing for?
Playoff seeding.
Doesn't matter. I'm taking the Titans. Houston is +7 though at the crib, but I'm taking Tennessee though.
Just to let y'all know that the Colts and Tennessee are both 10-5. The Colts are actually sitting one game outside the playoffs. They need Tennessee to lose to actually. It's a lot of playoffs. Like whoever wins that game is the leader of the AFC
South. But Indianapolis, if Tennessee wins, Indianapolis doesn't get in.
That doesn't even get in the playoffs. They sit
outside. So maybe an 11.
Tennessee got to win to get in.
They both have to win.
So one of them is not going to the playoffs for sure.
One of them is not going to the playoffs for sure.
So whoever wins gets in.
Whoever wins gets in. Now, like the Colts could do it, but they need so many other teams to lose.
So if the Colts and the Titans win, the Titans get in.
Titans get in and they win the division.
So the Colts are playing Jacksonville. They're gonna win. The Titans are in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Could Deshaun Watson pull off the biggest upset of the season?
I'm pulling up the scenarios one more again real quick.
Naisha Coleman says the Colts need a few teams to lose.
What up, cuz?
What up, Naisha?
Shout out to Ish.
Yes, sir.
The Colts need a win and one of the following. They need a Tennessee loss, Baltimore loss, Cleveland loss, or a Miami loss in order to clinch.
You got it. They need a win plus a Titans loss or a tie plus a Titans loss.
Well, the Titans ain't losing to the Texans.
Or they can take one of them wild cards from the Dolphins, Ravens, or Browns.
Yes, sir.
If they lose and they win.
A win plus a Ravens loss, or a win plus a Browns loss, or a win plus a
So the Colts are definitely going to win. They're going to bang.
They're going to bang Jacksonville, right?
It just depends on
I feel like those are the famous last words, Herb. It's like all we got to do is beat the Jaguars.
Right, all we got to do is
Jaguars win 21-20.
Right. 63-yard field goal.
Well, I'm taking Tennessee anyway. I'm not taking the Houston.
They playing the Texans?
Yeah, in Houston.
It's in Houston.
+7. Houston +7.
Titans got to have it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Control your own destiny.
Yeah, Titans got to have it. Give King Henry for 200.
All right.
I'm going to go with the Titans as well. I don't see them losing to the Texans. They just don't have enough firepower, y'all.
Yeah.
Dolphins, the Ravens, the Browns, and the Colts are tied.
Yeah, I see all that. The Bears banged the Texans a couple weeks ago, man. They're not ready for this type of game.
Absolutely.
They want to get. You saw J.J. Watt last week. He was so tight.
Yeah, J.J. Watt about ready.
We play for
J.J. Watt probably be a Packer next year. He just seemed like a guy that had played his last couple years with the Packers.
Right. Let me get a ship and get out of here.
Yeah, on some Julius Peppers type or something like. It's just Charles Woodson.
Let's take a quick break before we dive into the rest of these games. Before we get into the nitty gritty, man, we still got Cardinals, Rams, Packers, Bears to pick. We're going to touch on those when we get back. You are at the Kickoff Kickback.
WIIFTBPM.
Are you curious to explore the intellectual currents that channel our thoughts and frame our reality? Have you ever meditated for relaxation and accidentally discovered the universe in the process? These matters and many more you may never have even thought of will be yours to explore as you come with me into Muwakil's world. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11 to 1, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Mellow finesse. Calm and collected. You know what I'm talking about? Bitch nigga disrespect. Till a bitch nigga disrespect. Finesse crew, finesse clan. Not here. All you hating hoes drop dead. Add up, add mo. Count money, smoke dope. Count money, smoke dope. That's what I do the most. Add up, add more. That's what I do the most. Styling on you, ho. That's what I do the most. Remember I was broke. Not no more. Count money, smoke dope. That's what I do the most. Add up, add more. That's what I do the most. Styling on you, ho. That's what I do the most. Remember I was broke, but I ain't no more. My mother and my bro, they who I do it for. Remember sharing clothes.
7 more games left to pick in week 17, the last regular season week of the year. Bro, that's a lot on the line. A lot of these teams gonna be mad at the end of the day, bro.
Monsters of the Midway, I hear you, Mama McIntosh.
Bearing down.
Indeed.
It's time to actually pick some games that matter to us Chicagoans, okay? Cardinals versus Rams, okay? We already know what's on the line. If the Cardinals win, the Bears are out. If they lose, the Bears are in. Gino, hit us with the facts, man.
The Rams at the crib plus a half a point. I'm taking the Rams.
Yeah, me too.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah, so I got every
Bears. So the Bears going to the playoffs.
Switch it, Herb. They don't got Jared Goff in there. Switch it, man. You got to go.
We
solo.
know Jared. He know Jared Goff ain't.
No, bro. Like I feel you in terms of me trying to win this thing right here, but I need the Rams to handle this business. So
Herb that made enough picks already to either sway him to a win.
Now you can go ahead and use your head, right?
Yeah, I think that the Rams defense is going to be enough for them to win this game. I think that Aaron Donald can apply enough pressure. Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, those guys can apply enough pressure to Kyler Murray if he plays. Hopefully he does not. Not that I want the man hurt, but I do want them to lose. And then Jalen Ramsey on the back end can make a couple plays. So I'm going with the Rams to win this game on defense, even without Jared Goff.
If you would have told me that the Arizona Cardinals would go into Week 17 at 8-7, I would have said you tweaking. I thought they were a much better football team than they've showed over the last 3 or 4 weeks. I think Kyler Murray, is it a sophomore slump? He's had a tough year, bro. Yes, he had a few highlight reels early on the season, but he's struggled more often than not.
Yeah.
And now he has to go up against this Rams defense to get into the playoffs. Herb, I'm troubled, bro.
It's kind of tight.
I want you to know I'm troubled, bro, because
I
want to pick the Rams.
But as the leader of the
Kyler Murray fan club
and the
President
Rams,
Tomlin,
I tried
President
a
Tomlin,
backup
President
quarterback.
Tomlin,
right?
President Tomlin.
I'm going with the Arizona Cardinals, y'all.
Ooh.
All right, I'm picking the Arizona Cardinals to beat the Rams.
Got Cooper Cup.
No Cooper Cup?
No Cooper Cup.
Cup. He got Corona. He out.
Oh, damn.
Who was that for the Rams?
That's the white boy wide receiver for the Rams.
Yes, the sneaky good.
No, he's good. Yeah. Cooper Cup is a baller. Ain't no secret on that. He's a baller. But I think Ramsey can cancel out
Robert Woods.
D-Hop.
Oh, yeah, excuse me. D-Hop and then Christian Kirk will have to cook. That running game from the Cardinals is average. You know what I mean? Kenyon Drake and
I just haven't been impressed
Evans.
with that team all year, man.
Yeah.
They've put off a couple of miraculous victories, the Hail Mary for one and a couple other
weeks ago at this point. You know,
I just don't believe in the Cardinals like that.
Which brings me to my next game, gentlemen.
Rams.
Okay.
So you dolo on the Cardinals?
I'm going with the Cardinals.
Okay. Dolo T.
Which brings us to our next game.
Falls off the hill in Week 17.
Packers versus Bears.
Bears. Don't even have to look at it.
That's cap.
So you're picking the Rams and the Bears?
I'm taking the Bears +4 at the crib. Give me money-making Mitch.
Money-making Mitch, baby. Listen, man.
I just want to say thank you, Eugene, for allowing me to win.
Oh, well, I'll holler at you next week when you hand me the trophy. When you hand me the trophy, DJ.
You didn't pick the Rams
and the
Bears.
I'm going to When he places the crown on my head, DJ, I'm gonna give it to you.
Are y'all
gonna share it?
Is that blue and orange coming? Are y'all sweating blue and orange? I see y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. What you feeling?
Listen,
man, I'm a
club, bro. Like, how you gonna ask? Can you join us? And then you going?
Do you hear this, man?
That's what I'm saying. We can't let you in. We can't let you in.
I'm not asking to join. I want to know what is wrong with y'all. But go ahead.
Shout out to the comments, man. Bears.
Listen, man. I've been a Bears fan my whole entire life, man. I ride with the Bears. We got a huge game today. I woke up this morning feeling like I needed to suit up. I feel like I had a game today. Now, I can't play worth a damn no more, but I felt like I had a big game today. And, that's the energy. I think that the Bears got to come out and show up. I think that the defense does just enough to contain and limit Aaron Rodgers from going absolutely crazy on the Bears. I think the offense can do enough to hang around. The offense has been playing well for the past 3-4 weeks. If they can put up another 30, I think that the defense can match them. We might get a play from special teams or something like that. I'm taking the Packers.
You let me down,
Let
man.
me tell you
I'm taking the Packers.
You honestly kind of broke my heart, man.
The Packers.
Let me tell you.
Because, I know the Bears' most direct path to the playoffs is to win this game, but their easiest path to the playoffs is for the Rams to beat the Cardinals. I picked the Rams to beat the Cardinals, so I still got the Bears going to the playoffs, but I don't think they'd get there on their own. I think A-Rod gets it done.
2-sack Mac. I see you, Sadiq.
Herb,
I hope I'm wrong. I pray to God I'm wrong.
I got to tell you one of my favorite Tupac lines, okay?
What it is, bro.
I don't want it if it's that easy. Okay?
I don't want it if it's that easy.
It's a reason I picked the Cardinals.
So you think the Bears going home? You want us to go home?
No.
You already picked the Cardinals, and I know you're finna pick the Packers.
Let me explain it.
I
don't want it if it's that easy.
How is he going to explain it,
If the Bears go to the playoffs,
are you picking them to do it, though?
Right.
It better be because they beat the Packers, their number one rival, on their home field.
I'll take half.
I'm picking the Bears, y'all.
Oh, they both taking the Bears.
I'm picking the Bears.
Hey, I'm going to be rooting with y'all. But if they don't, which I don't expect them to, I get another win in my pocket. So we cool. I'm taking the Packers in my picks, taking the Bears in my heart.
This is the T that I know.
Bear down. The Bears are getting into the playoffs because they're going to win themselves into the playoffs. I'm going with Mitch Trubisky and the Bears to go ahead and lock down a playoff spot.
Listen, I would be so ecstatic if y'all are right and I am wrong.
If the Bears, I'm not even going to be mad. I'm like, we in the playoffs, fam. Let's go.
I'm not even going to be mad.
Well, it's like, fuck it.
Like, I'm be like, whatever. Like, we in the playoffs. Like, whatever. But I don't think they're going to win. But I do think the Rams are going to win. So the Bears in the playoffs either way, man.
I like that. I think we're all picking the Bears to get in. I like that result. We got 4 more games to pick.
Do we have to pick? Okay, go ahead.
Let's rapid fire. Come on.
Rapid fire. Chargers versus Chiefs.
Chargers versus Chiefs. We got the Chiefs are plus 6.5 at the crib.
They must be sitting people.
I'm going with the Chiefs. Still.
They plus 6 at the crib?
Plus 6.5 at the crib. So Pat Mahomes
is Patty not playing? Justin Herbert is
excuse me. You're right. I don't think Patty is playing.
Still, give me the Chiefs, man. I'm not taking Justin Herbert and them over the Chiefs.
Me either.
I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm gonna stay that way. Up next, Seahawks versus Niners.
Seattle.
Hawks.
Yep, so I'm taking.
They need it. They trying to get number 1 seed.
Seattle -7 in San Francisco.
Seattle as
well. All the way around.
Raiders versus Broncos doesn't mean anything, but these two teams have played decent games versus each other.
Raiders versus Broncos. We got Denver at the crib plus 2.5. Letting y'all go first.
Give me the Broncos.
I'm going Broncos as well.
I think I'm going Broncos as well.
Give me the Raiders then.
Okay, Herb.
Right. No, Herb, you got to. You got to.
Give me the Raiders then.
The Raiders.
The Raiders. They cost me last week. They're going to cost me again this week, but give me the Raiders.
Last but not least, the Washington football team versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
Actually, last and least.
This is least.
Last and least, for sure.
Okay.
The Washington football team -6.5. At the link with the offs on the line.
The offs on the line versus a team that doesn't have anything to play for, but
they could
playing
play
spoiler. Yep.
No Dwayne Haskins. Is Alex Smith back?
Did they release that man?
Yeah.
They
sent him the third string, then released him.
You won't see him no more.
Take 2 weeks off, then quit, fam.
Is Alex Smith starting?
Let me fire real quick because that's a great question.
If Alex Smith is starting, I'm taking Washington football team.
Alex Smith cleared to start versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
Give me the football team. Defense coming up big. Chase Young is going to be one of the best guys going forward. Take the Eagles, Herb. Might as well.
Jalen Hurts, I mean, them teams that the Eagles are dangerous in this game.
They're huff.
They're huff, but they are dangerous in this game.
Give me the Washington football team. Give me the flying Wale.
Because you still need W's.
Yeah, I can't just give stuff away. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I said that about I wanted you to go with the Eagles.
I know you did.
I'm going with the Washington football team. I think they punched their ticket to the playoffs tonight on Sunday Night Football. With that said, are we ready to go?
We ready, man. Listen, man, it's a big week, man. The Bears gotta have it.
To everybody in the comments, bear down. down, Joe.
Yes,
Money making Mitch.
We got
Bear
some time.
did now.
Bear did now.
325 is going down. Bears versus Packers. It's what we've been waiting on, man. I'm all the way in on the Bears punching their ticket in the last week of the season.
I'm all the way in on the Bears punching their ticket too. Go Rams.
Yes. Yes, sir. Hey, you heard about
the Rams punching our ticket.
I respect it. Hey, looking forward to talking playoff football next week at the Kickoff Kickback. Till then, man, Eugene McIntosh, Herb Howard, I'm Terrence Tomlin. We'll catch y'all later.
Peace.
Extra clever. All she get is dick and refreshments. Don't ask extra questions.
All she get is
in the party with some weapons. Keep yourself together. We hot, dog. Christian owners, yeah, we came with relish. Make it rain on the dancers. Fucked around and changed the weather. Me and my brother know how to